Look out, it's the Backlog BoyZ.
Virus detected.
Download complete.
Hello and welcome back to Backlog BoyZ, episode 3.75. We're still in the decimals. We're almost there to episode 4. Can
Almost
you
to
guys
4.
believe it? My name's Colt, and with me I have two stinky friends, question mark. We'll see how it is.
I'm Garbage Truck Tanner.
And I'm waste. I'm waste.
Oh,
Wow. Not even Waste Wenzel, just Waste.
Yeah.
like a torso thing? Or
Waste management.
Oh,
Whoa,
okay.
okay.
And I'm going to take out the trash, starting with you guys.
No!
Get out of here.
All right.
Listen, I got news for you. If you leave my garbage can in the middle of my driveway one more time, I'm personally gonna fight you.
Talking about me?
Also, please
Yeah,
stop
you said
knocking
you're-
over the garbage can. Like,
Okay, no, it was not in the middle of your driveway.
You said you were Waste Management. Waste Management does that to my garbage can.
Oh, I think you're talking about Wenzel. Oh, you're talking about waste management.
Did
Where
you
does
forget
where
you
does
did
the
the
lie
bit?
end?
No, because remember when I was watching Tanner's house, I had to take out his trash for him. I thought he was talking about I did a bad job or something.
No,
I
you
was
did a great
I was-
job with that. I'm
I was
talking
offended.
about Waste Management will pick up my trash, and somehow, even though my garbage can is where it's supposed to be, my garbage can will end up literally in the middle of my driveway where I cannot back down my driveway.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't get how they do that because
I don't even get how it's possible.
it's an arm, so it literally just picks it up, throws the trash, puts it down.
Yeah,
Unless
You-
they're
you-
moving while they're picking it up, and they're just like, "We gotta go."
yeah, we gotta fucking go. What time does Waste Management usually come by y'all's houses?
5 in the
Oh,
morning.
Fuck, not that early. It's usually around like 11.
Okay, Wenzel, does yours get picked up on Mondays as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so yours probably gets picked up before ours because our trash gets picked up at 6:15. When I still lived at home, our trash wouldn't get picked up till like 11, 12, sometimes even 1 o'clock. So,
Oh, wow.
so usually I would go put the trash down because when I still lived at home, it was on Tuesdays. I'd go put the trash down like in the morning on Tuesday, and even after being in this house for over 2 years, I'm still like, oh, I'll have time to do it Monday morning, and I never fucking do. So there has been probably like 10 times since we've lived here where Riley and I just don't take the trash down because we're like, shit, they beat us to it.
Yeah. I mean, I've lived here long enough, so I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah.
All
Cool,
right.
any-
Anybody else got any more garbage related?
Well, no, I do
Things?
have something to say. So sometimes because I'm not like my dad will always be like, you need to take out the trash earlier than what you usually do. I usually take out the trash at night. I mean, as a kid, I would take it out at like right before I went to bed or whatever, before I had to go to school.
Yeah.
And but my dad for for a year or so, because I was quote late to taking out the trash unquote, which just means I didn't take out the trash at like 2 in the afternoon on Sunday, because that's when he would do it. He would do it literally in the afternoon, take down the trash down there. I'm like, the trash doesn't get picked up till 5 in the morning. Why are you taking it down so early? And so, but now I've gone back to doing that because my dad needs surgery, and just because he's getting older now. So
Yeah.
but he would always beat me to it is the thing. And then now what I do now is sometimes at like 2 or 3 in the morning, I'll take the trash down, and I have to do it so quietly because I've never realized how freaking loud it is.
Yeah, and how fucking long y'all's driveway is.
Yeah, like
Y'all have an insanely long driveway.
it's so funny. So like every time I do it, I just like I have to go slow because I'm like, God damn, I hope I don't wake anybody up. But then I think about all the dogs that have barked, all of the cars that have just been unnecessarily loud, and I think, you know what? Never mind. They can all fucking wake up.
Yeah, that's definitely the motto in my neighborhood. People are just like, fuck it. Why can't I just bring my 18-wheeler down this
Well, yeah,
slim subdivision road?
because staying at your neighborhood in your house, everybody was still so loud at like 3 in the morning. I was like, Jesus Christ, what's
Dude.
going on?
Yeah, and they'd be cussing.
Hey,
and they
we never
fighting.
sleep. The subdivision that never sleeps. We're like New York. Lights are
Yeah.
always on. People are always fucking yelling.
That's not even a bit. It was like I was trying to sleep 3 in the morning. I hear a bunch of yelling. I got scared. I'm like, man, come on, just let me sleep. I don't want to have to get like, I don't want to have cops come over and be like, hey, can we get a statement? Do you know what's going on over here? Like, bruh.
That's only happened once since I've lived over here. Which, funny story. So the night before, we had actually went out for I believe it was JoJo's birthday, and I got super drunk. Y'all remember? Y'all were there.
Yeah.
I got super drunk, and the cops come to the house, and it was like I don't even remember what it was. I think somebody had like stole something. And they were like, "Hey, can we?" And it was 2 cops coming to my door. It was like, "Hey, can we talk to whoever owns the house?" And I'm thinking, "Oh fuck, I like beat the shit out of somebody last night. I don't remember." Which
What the fuck?
would
What?
not like I would never do that. And like I'm like because I was that. I mean, I was blackout.
No, you were just like staring at the ground, dropping your phone constantly.
Exactly. Which I do that sober too. So, I just do it a lot more when I'm drunk. But anyways, and I'm like, oh my god, I had to. I was like, why didn't Colt or Wenzel tell me that I beat the shit out of somebody?
We killed
like,
someone.
'cause
We
this
just
is
did not
also-
want it to come back up.
This is also the same night that Wenzel got so drunk he threw up sushi in my sink,
Yeah.
in my house. But I was like, oh my god, I had to have beaten the shit out of somebody, and now I'm being arrested. I'm like, great, here we go. I was like, man, I'm supposed to get this. This is over to. This is when we first moved into the house. I'm like, Riley and I weren't even married yet. I'm like, oh my god, I'm supposed to get married in 6 months. I'm like,
Tanner's like,
this-
put the cuffs on me.
yeah. I'm like, you caught me. And plus, I answered the door like white trash because Riley is like cooking downstairs in the kitchen. I have not gotten out of bed all day because I felt like shit. I actually took off work the next day too. This is when I was at my old job, so I hated that job. But I'm like, she's like, Tanner, the cops are at the door. I was like, she was like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I'll take care of this. So I answered the door shirtless and just cargo shorts because it's the first pair of shorts I could find. I'm like, yep.
Fuck.
It was awesome. And they're like, we just were wondering if y'all were home last night. And I was like, nope.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever told that story on the podcast. But yeah.
No, I
It's
don't.
one of my
Uh-uh.
first memories in this house.
No, you've told us that story. I don't think you put in the part where you were shirtless.
Yeah, I was shirtless the whole time, which I would like. I don't hang around well, I do, but I would never answer the door fucking shirtless.
No,
ever.
me either. Everybody, now that I think about it, there's so many times where I'll see people shirtless answering the door or doing stuff. I'm like, was that a conscious decision or did they just not have time?
Yeah,
Like-
this was like a not have time thing because at this point they had been at the door for like 2 minutes, obviously knowing we're home. And
2
Riley's
minutes
like,
too long.
yeah, and Riley's like, I'm not answering the door. So I'm like, okay. So I just find I think I actually put on the shorts I had worn out the night before.
It
And
still
then
had the guy's blood on them.
yeah, and then no shirt. I just answered the door. I'm like, I know why you're here. I didn't. But yeah. So that's the time I almost got arrested.
But you didn't.
Not even
Wait,
close. But
Not even close.
the closest I've ever been to getting arrested. What are we here talking about today?
Before we go, I gotta say one more thing to say about trash bags. They can hold a lot of piss. That's crazy how much piss the trash bag can
Shut
hold.
What the fuck?
Shut the front door.
Have you never been in the bathroom that's been like a toilet's out of order and below it's like a bucket of not a bucket but a trash bag.
A trash bag
pee?
of piss?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
What? What?
What? Wenzel, am I the weird one here?
No, I'm asking what to Colt.
Okay, Google, show me a trash bag full of piss.
Colt,
front
we
of a
all three
urinal?
went to the same public school, and I assumed this would be the place you were talking about seeing it.
I've seen it before at at that place.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've no, never in my 27 years on this planet have I ever seen a urinal out of order, but below it is a trash bag seemingly to hold people's piss.
I mean, it's not meant for. It's meant like to block off people from.
No, I get
peeing.
what it's for. It's
All
just I've never
right.
seen it.
So the
I
fantasy
have seen
league.
shit in a urinal.
We got to
Hey, we started. I wasn't the one that took it off. Okay, Wenzel started talking about taking out the trash.
Well,
We
actually,
gotta-
you started it because you called us stinky.
Well, yeah, it's a given.
Okay, yeah, well, that's the podcast, I guess.
Anyways,
Yeah,
we're
never mind.
here. We've got
Never
some
mind.
big news, big giant news.
We have a
some-
ton to talk about. I feel like it's been not that long since we recorded the last one, but it's actually been like a hot second. It's been a hot second
Yeah.
since we've recorded one where we've like went over like news and stuff.
I mean, the last time we recorded was really not that long ago. It was like 6 days ago.
What?
But that was not for that was for something else.
We're talking about Backlog
We're
Boys.
talking about Backlog Boys. Why would we be talking about any
Well,
other
still,
show?
that was like 11, 12 days ago.
Backlog Boys
Backlog
recording?
Boys?
Yeah, 23rd.
No.
No, that's Tanner. That's Tanner's thing. I'm looking at the chat, seeing the last like recorded thing. That was when Tanner recorded his stupid Disney shit.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
fuck.
It was
It's
a
been a
month.
month.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. You're
Yeah, I was about to
goddamn-
say, we did Game of the Year before I went to Disney World, didn't we?
No.
Sheesh.
Anyways, we're having before we hit you with the news, which is surprisingly a lot. A lot can happen in a month. We're gonna hit you with some fantasy league updates. If you haven't listened to that, go listen to our fantasy league thing to hear what our picks are, because we got some pretty good picks in there.
We got some good picks, and listen, it's still early in the season. I think I still got a shot.
I already have a prediction of how it's gonna turn out.
So the point totals as of right now, which if you don't remember how it works is if a game gets over 8, if a game that you drafted gets over 80 on OpenCritic, you get 1 point for every point over 80. If it's over 90, you get a point and a half for every point over 90.
Also should mention, if you are just now joining us, the fantasy league we're talking about is where we each chose 12 games that we think will do good this year, and depending on if they do good or not, we get a number of points. And then at the end of the year, whenever all the games are released, we'll look to see who has the most points, who wins. We have punishments for us specifically. Go back and listen to that fantasy league episode to know more in depth about it, about our punishments and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh god damn! I just saw some. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay. so the point standings as of right now, we'll get into a few more stats here in a second, but as the point currently stand, I am in last place with 21.3 points.
Oh, that's pain.
Wenzel is in second place with 63.06 points. And currently in the lead of the Backlog Boys Fantasy League is Colt with 82.45 points.
I'm winning right now.
So Colt and Wenzel are kind of dog stomping me right now.
Yeah, it feels good.
And we'll kind of get into the reasoning why in a second. But one of y'all want to go over some of the stats Wenzel has here about like what game has done the best out of our team so far?
Yeah.
Why not? Get it, Wenzel, get it.
So highest rated game so far is Resident Evil 4 Remake. That's Colt's pick.
Yeah.
It's 92 points. Or 92, that's the score. The amount of points he got was 24.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second highest rated game is the Dead Space remake, which I chose as well. That's at 89 with 19 points from that. And then the third highest rated is Octopath, which is also mine. That's at a score of 85 with points at 15.
Yeah, I meant you get a point for every point after 70, not 80. I accidentally said 70.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or 80.
yeah, that's fine.
And Tanner's only got 2 games that came out, and sadly, one of them was actually delayed.
Yeah,
a year, so it's not even coming out this year.
yeah. So should mention that current amount of games released per person, Colt is at 7 out of 12. I am also 7 out of 12, and then Tanner is at sadly 2 out of 11.
Yeah, Tanner can push past us pretty easily.
I can. I am I'm surprised only out of all the games drafted, I'm the only one that's had a game delayed out of the year so far.
Yeah,
and I think you will probably be the only one.
It's very possible I may be the only one, and I'm scared because I have 2 other games that I'm scared about getting delayed out of the year.
And if you're wondering what game that was The Wolf Among Us 2 that was delayed.
What games are you worried about getting delayed?
I'm scared about Spider-Man, and let me say, just because we haven't seen anything about it, I know we haven't got a big Sony event yet. We'll talk about it, but I'm still scared that we haven't gotten any Spider-Man 2 confirmation yet.
I don't know. I think you'll be fine. I think because Sony is just kind of like
I know they kind of do their own thing, but I'm still scared that it could like fall into next spring or something.
No, I feel like that could be Sony's game for the year because
I mean, no, it very well could be.
They always have one big release, at least one big release a year, and there hasn't been one.
Probably will fit that bill.
Unless they count PSVR 2, but there's only like 7 people playing it. Which we'll also get into that later.
Yeah. And I guess it really is just Spider-Man, but Spider-Man can be a big hitter for me. So like there's a lot of points on the line there.
Well, I don't know. Armored Core is slated for this year, obviously. I mean, you never know. It could get pushed.
FromSoft tends to stick to their release dates, though. Like when they announce like a release frame, they usually hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm more worried about Spider-Man not making it than I am Armored Core.
There's also Hollow Knight Silk Song that's been kind of in hell.
I don't even know if that game fucking exists anymore.
It does. It's coming out this year. I feel like that's a given. I feel like that one is definitely happening.
I hope you're right.
I mean, I don't. I want Tanner to fucking lose.
Yeah, I mean, like Colt's kind of rooting for me.
It's a release date's TBA, so I don't think I don't know where you're getting this idea that's going to come out this year. I don't know where you're getting that.
I'm just saying. I'm going to go ahead and tell you my rankings of I think who's going to win in what order.
Okay.
I think I'm going to be last place, which I'm totally fine with. I think Wenzel's going to be second. I think Tanner is going to be first.
Oh,
wow. That's that sucks for you. Because currently it's projected points right now. So on the website, it shows projected points of how much we're potentially going to get. So currently for the projected, it shows me at first with 112.91. Tanner's in second, 111.27, and Colt's at last with 109.11. So actually the projected and Colt are both agrees that he's going to be in last place.
Yeah, I know that for sure because all my games came out. I mean, they all did pretty good except for one of them. And the rest of my games are very up in the air, not sure. I mean, 2 of these games are definitely coming out this year. And the other 2 are, I don't know. And also, you have Diablo 4 and Jedi Survivor and Redfall. I think all 3 of those
Peppa
games.
Pig.
All 3 of those games are going to do good, but not Peppa Pig.
You know what's crazy though,
Don't
Wenzel?
spoil.
I believe when Peppa Pig came out, it had over a 70.
Yeah.
Then more people played it.
And then people played it. I guess they played the level with the Queen and they dropped. And it went down to 67, which is -3 points on your score. I will say it's interesting that even with projected points, it is projecting that this is incredibly close. I mean, it's projecting that this is a 3-point race.
Oh yeah.
Which is super close. But yeah, so I guess getting into it, Wenzel is I don't know. Wenzel has a chance to overtake first from Colt here in the next few weeks because Star Wars Jedi Survivor comes out on the 28th, which has, from the people that have played that are talking about it, says it's very good. I wouldn't be so confident about Redfall because I have heard a lot of mixed things on. I'm interested in it, like I still want to play it, but who knows how it's going to review.
Some gameplay of it. Like, I don't think it'll be like a 90. I'm thinking it'll be a high 70s, low 80s.
Low 80s, yeah. And if that's true and Star Wars Jedi lives up to the hype, I do think Wenzel will overtake the lead, but not for too long.
Yeah. And keep in mind too, if you're listening, just because this site has its own scores, that doesn't determine whether you like the game or how you feel. Obviously, play the game for yourself and find out for yourself how you feel about it. Because on these scores, some of them are kind of low, but
and some of them are just right.
And some of them are just right, but you got to play them to find out. So don't let that dictate how you feel.
So I'm going to ask you two, since you two have a lot more from your team selected. Has there been a game that is like kind of shocked you with how good or poorly it did that you're expecting to do a lot better?
Peppa Pig. That's not even a bit. I expected Peppa Pig to do so much better. Not get a 67 with -3 points, dude.
Yeah,
that pissed me off when I saw that. I freaking screamed. I was like, really?
I remember when the game first came out, it did not get added to the Fantasy Critic thing for like a month or two.
Well, if I win, we still got to play it, fuckers.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. Colt, is there anything from your selection that
I've got two? One that I expect to do well, and one that I didn't expect to do that well. The one that I expect to do well is the Destiny 2 Lightfall.
Okay, I got to talk about that with him for a second.
Because Destiny's always, all the DLC's always done well, except for the first two for Destiny 2 that came out year one. Those didn't do too hot. But every other big DLC did pretty good. But not this one. I haven't played it yet. We will play it at some point, but
we got to play it.
I don't know.
It's
just strange.
It's so weird because this DLC was like after the cinematic showing The Witness. It was like this was hyped because this had such big story implications, and then and then it released, and it's like, well, never mind. It's still, the story implications are still there, but it's secondary to the actual the DLC story itself. So like the story that, like, I guess you can say the main story that people were so like hyped, including myself, it's just not, they don't explore it as they should have. I don't understand why. There's like cool new abilities and stuff, but like it doesn't add to the story like it should have. The story stuff is still there, but it's just so like we got to wait for another DLC to actually explore that stuff, basically. And it's just it's like a kind of like a waste, from what I understand.
Yeah, because it's a setup DLC. We'll figure out.
Even though it was supposed to be, the setup from before was supposed to lead into this, but now it's another setup. It's a waste.
Oh, it's a setup. You know that song from GTA? Who remember that? Don't bow, boy, bow.
What's your other surprise from your team?
Resident Evil 4 remake. I did not expect it to do that well.
Really?
I thought it would do good, like not high, but mid to low 80s. I did not expect it to hit the 90s.
Yeah, it's the second, according to OpenCritic, the second highest score of any game this year, only behind Metroid Prime Remastered.
And I'm so happy because I've only played probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours of it, and I really, really, really love what I've played so far. It could be the best Resident Evil game I've ever played if I continue to play it, which I will. Just big surprise.
Yeah.
I will say so far, I mean, like I said, I've only had 2 games come out. Horizon Call of the Mountain. I expected it to do, I mean, an 80 seems about fair for a VR launch title that seemingly nobody played. Fire Emblem Engage, I was expecting a little bit higher. It's sitting at an 81 currently.
Which is not bad at all.
No, not a bad score at all, just based on the last few like mainline Fire Emblem games. I expected maybe a little mid 80 action, maybe at 85, 86. But I mean, I'm totally content with two games in and both have reviewed fairly well. And like I said, I got some big hitters coming up.
Yeah, you got some real big ones.
I got just in the next 3 months, I got Tears of the Kingdom, I got Final Fantasy 16, and I got Street Fighter 6. So I'm pretty stoked about those.
I don't expect any of the games you just listed to go below an 85.
No, I mean, I don't think this is going to be a super hot take. I expect Tears of the Kingdom to probably, as far as Open Critic score goes, will probably have the highest score of any game this year.
Oh yeah, possibly ever. I'm assuming it'll be like at least a 93.
Yeah, ever, which according to Open Critic currently, Breath of the Wild is number 2, sitting at a 96, only behind Super Mario Odyssey sitting at a 97. It's very possible, I think, for Tears of the Kingdom to get up, I mean, into the 90s range.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so that I'm really hoping that that carries me. Into, but interestingly enough, I'm looking at this list now. Metroid Prime Remastered currently sitting at a 94, 8th all time on the Open Critic list.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that because, like, I understand it's a great, fantastic remaster, but a lot of it just feels like, from the gameplay I've seen, I have not played it, feels really dated.
Yeah, but I would like to play it because I've never played Metroid Prime. I would like to try it out. I'll probably try it out.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I mean, I hope they remaster or at least re-release the other Metroid Prime games so I can play them before the fourth one.
Imagine
when
how
it comes
much
out
of
in
a
7
success,
years.
how much of a success this one has been. I imagine that's probably on the docket. All right. Any last words about our little fantasy?
Yeah, I should mention too, Colt's next game on his list to come out won't be until September 6th, which will be Starfield.
Yep.
So you guys are going to be passing me pretty easily.
Mhm.
The rest of my games are definitely later half of the year.
Yeah, because periodically I get at least one game a month. Like between like now and then. The only thing is on our little upcoming releases thing, Liza P, we still don't have a date for that. It's estimated for August. I really hope it doesn't get delayed. I want it to come out too, just because it looks cool. I want to play it. Also, any final thoughts too? Recently, his Twitter handles at Concrete1992.
Sam.
He asked what did I think about my thoughts on Atomic Heart. And I have Atomic Heart obviously on here. Gonna be real, haven't played it. I don't know if I want to play it anytime soon. I don't know if I ever talk about the issues with that on here. I can't remember. Okay, so I've been kind of I think I've been kind of avoiding it on here just because I wanted to just take the time, because it is like literally right before it came out, I just get this recommended video. A lot of people did, because a lot of people came up with Atomic Heart, kind of got it because it talks about don't buy Atomic Heart, and it's just this guy, this YouTube, I say just this guy, I don't have it pulled up, but it was just a video talking about everything that's wrong with Atomic Heart, and basically saying like this supports Russia in the war between Russia and Ukraine, and it supports old school Soviet Union and all that shit. It's just so much like stuff, like evidence to show that maybe this game is problematic. Maybe the developers are also very problematic. It's so weird. And then there's just all this stuff about like, discrediting that guy because it's like, well, his claims don't really make any sense, blah, blah, blah. And all this stuff. And then Atomic Heart had a weird like launch party with all this bunch of USSR just pageantry and opulence. It was disgusting. And then it's just also weird. And then also too, the robot twins, it's like, that's really weird because they're just women who they're female robots with no faces, literally just nothing, and it's just they're there for sex appeal. It's really weird. I don't want to support any of that, any of that weird shit, or I don't want to do anything or put any money towards Russia for the war effort. So I mean, it's on Game Pass. I might eventually play it just to kind of see how it is, see about like everything that's been said about it, kind of get my own opinion. But right now, it burned me so bad. I don't want to touch it. Yeah.
As for me, I want to play it eventually. It's just a whole confusing ass situation. Like Wenzel said, I don't know what to believe because there's been stuff thrown at everyone on every single side when it comes to that one guy's video saying like don't believe him and then believe him or don't. I'm very confused, and all I want to do is play this really cool aesthetic, fun looking game.
Yeah, because like the creatures, the bosses and stuff, like they all still look interesting, and it has an interesting like premise too. I did watch reviewers who, played it, reviewed it, and they're like, because some of them addressed like the whole like thing with like, oh well, is it kind of glorifying the USSR? And it's like a lot of people have said not really, some said kind of, and it's kind of like, well, what about American games that glorify American capitalism? And it's just like, yeah, that's true.
It's no different from playing Call of Duty in that sense.
Yeah, and so it's just I don't want to deal with it right now. I'll come to it later and give my opinion, but right now I don't fucking care.
That's probably smart, just to play this game separate from all the discourse around it, like not letting it, I guess, like tamper. I mean, because at the end of the day, like we play games to have fun, and like booting up a game and then being like, okay, I got 7 articles pulled up.
Yeah, I don't play video games to get politics from them. I don't get news or opinions from them. I mean, I understand you can have games that form or like change your opinion, like with all media. But in this situation, I'm expecting a shooter video game. I'm not like, I love shooters. I'm not a pro gun person.
Yeah, it's just a form of escape, and I think separating yourself from wanting to play this game, like, play this game maybe in the fall when nobody's talking about it, or at the end of the summer when nobody's talking about it, or right now when nobody's. No, I'm just kidding. Just separate yourself from the discourse. Like, it's on Game Pass. It's not like you're funding the war or anything personally. Just, it's meant to. Video gaming is meant to be an escape. Now, that being said, fuck you if you play the Hogwarts Harry Potter game. But
yeah. I feel like that's very easily different.
Yeah, because that's
that
very,
very much is.
Because it's like the implications are like, okay, it's very obvious, and we have like proof that J.K. Rowling is a transphobic piece of shit. Like, there's no
huge transphobe, and you're lining her pockets. Also, they just announced Harry Potter reboots in the works at HBO Max, and that she's involved with the
joy
with the creative. Yeah, they were going to.
Is that an April Fool's joke?
No, they've already confirmed that they are wanting
April
to
5th, by the way.
to do 7 seasons. It's not April Fool's Day. They're wanting to do
7 seasons.
7 seasons, 1 season per book. And I mean, it really sucks for me. Like, I mean, it sucks for a lot of people, but like personally, just speaking from my experience, like Harry Potter was such a big part of my like childhood growing up. This is a whole other fucking tangent, whatever. Just let me get up here for a second. And it just sucks that like the person that made it sucks so bad. And like knowing what I know about the books now at 27 that I didn't know when I was in elementary school reading these, like the facts have always been there that she's kind of a piece of shit, and then her just being this massive transphobe fucking sucks.
Oh, and racist.
I mean, the only Asian character in fucking Harry Potter's name is Cho fucking Chang.
Yeah, and then there's the only other black person is something Shacklesworth.
Kingsley
Shacklebolt.
Easy, Jesus.
Not to mention how anti-Semitic that she is in the books with the goblins controlling the money and the bank.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yikesies.
it's a lot. It's a lot. But you know,
now you know how I feel with L. Ron Hubbard. I'm a huge fan of his work.
but also I didn't see that when I was 10. But now, don't support that shit. Fuck.
Wait a
J.K.
minute. Wait a
Rowling.
minute. Hold on. When have you been a huge fan of L. Ron Hubbard, Colt?
What are you talking? I've always been an L. Ron head. Do you not remember all the times I say thank you, Xenu, at the end of every single podcast we've done for the past 6 years?
Hold on.
I'm
check
so
the tape.
glad you nuked us.
I must have missed that. I'm sorry.
Check the tapes. Wenzel
I'm
must
so
have
glad I'm a
that.
Thetan. You're so beautiful. I love you, Xenu. Stuff like
Look,
that.
Okay, this is all very alarming, but I gotta ask a real question though. Can we just score an interview with Tom Cruise and ask him why'd he fuck that fish?
Yeah.
Wenzel,
to
I'm
prove
working
it-
on it.
We're gonna have to need him to make out with the fish, and if he gets a boner, it's
He confirms it.
yeah.
Okay.
Man. I didn't
You know
expect-
what? That should be a game show. Make out with the fish, get a boner. Bad.
Yeah, that's a game.
Yeah. Yeah, we should be the showrunners on NBC. I agree. Did not expect the fantasy game video, the fantasy league segment to end with us talking about Scientology.
It's all roads lead back to Elron. LRH.
You're right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fuck J.K. Rowling and
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh my god.
Let's hit some news and developments. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah,
we got a lot of news.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now this one is literally Tanner just put this in.
Yeah, this is literally I mean, it's
Oh
a
my
huge
God.
rumor, but Insider Gaming has a pretty decent track record with these sorts of things. In that you know, and plus that's kind of what we do. You know, we're talking about. Oh my god, I had a burp coming.
How to
Okay.
burp.
Yeah,
We talked about how to
but-
burp.
That
Yeah.
rumor, Tanner burping?
But with
Confirm?
so Insider Gaming has said the PlayStation 5 Pro is aiming for a holiday 2024 release.
Yeah.
But that's not even the main point of the article they put out. So this article, to date us a little bit, we're recording this a week ahead of time. Today is currently April 5th. So if things change before this goes out on April 12th, blame
Insider Gaming.
Insider Gaming.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just read a little bit verbatim here. Following days of speculation, which I had not heard of this prior to this article, Insider Gaming can report that there's a new PlayStation handheld in development. And you may be wondering, oh, fuck yeah, we're getting PlayStation Vita 2.
Don't get too excited yet.
Wrong. Codenamed the Q Lite, the next PlayStation handheld is the next piece of Sony hardware that aims to be yet another piece of hardware that requires the PlayStation 5. Insider Gaming understands that the Q Lite is not a cloud streaming device, but instead uses remote play with the PlayStation 5, a feature the console giant has been pushing these past couple of weeks.
So it's an accessory.
It's a fucking accessory. So if you, I know you could remote play with your Vita and PS4.
Yeah.
So this sounds like,
But with the Vita, you could buy games and play them on it.
yeah, there was
without
Vita
having
games.
to own a PlayStation 4.
Exactly. This almost seems like that they're trying to, I don't want to say switchify the PlayStation 5,
I'm trying to copy the Switch.
but it is,
I'll say
they're
it.
trying to be like, what if you could play your PlayStation 5 games on the go? A couple of other little things here.
But not really. You have to be connected to an internet.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's the thing.
that's the big thing. Is sporting adaptive streaming up to 1080p and 60 FPS. The new device will require constant connectivity to the internet, which, as we know, everybody loves already.
I fucking hate streaming video games. I understand that there's a market there for it, but I am definitely not a part of it. I think all the people that actually play video games, that it's their main hobby, they don't like streaming games.
don't think even people that casually do it. Like, I've never met somebody that has said, and granted, this is a little different than cloud streaming because this is remote play directly to your PlayStation 5. It seems almost like the shit you can do with the Xbox and put the Xbox on your controller and or on your phone and put that fucking shell on there and play it like that. But so they're saying that this is going to have like adaptive triggers, the haptic feedback, an 8-inch LCD touchscreen, which seems really fucking big.
Wait a minute. Okay, if it's that, then why? If it's going to be that big of a screen, why wouldn't it just be like its own thing rather than an accessory?
Yeah, like just create the PS Vita 2, man.
Now, to be fair, this is a rumor, but it's fucking stupid.
This is a rumor, but there is a lot of there is quite a bit to go with here. I mean, obviously take this with a grain of salt, but it also says Insider Gaming understands that the Q Lite is in its QA phase and is scheduled to release before the PlayStation 5 Pro and after the detachable disc drive PlayStation 5, which I don't even know if y'all are familiar, but essentially there's going to be a version of the PlayStation 5 that comes out with a detachable disc drive.
I thought that was. I didn't realize it was its own unit. I thought it was just like a disc drive that you could buy if you had the digital only.
Now it could possibly be that they're going to sell the disc drive separately, but from what I understand and how people are reporting it, it's also going to replace the all digital version.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Just Jesus Christ. I feel like there's a lot of stupid stuff going on here. Like,
yeah.
as me, I have a PlayStation 5. I have day one PlayStation 5.
Yep. All three of us do.
I have no desire to own a PS5 Pro or a remote play portable version of it because the PS5 Pro will probably be like a little bit extra performance and it'll look better. Sure.
Yeah. And
it looks so good right now. I don't give a shit. It could put out 8K. I don't care. 4K is very good for me.
See, and that's where I'm like, we're just now getting games that kind of aren't being developed. Well, I say that fucking Ragnarok came out on PS4. Like we still haven't truly got like true actual triple, quadruple A games, whatever you want to call them, on the PlayStation 5 that's even using all of the PlayStation 5's power. Why do we need I mean, I get why for marketing purposes, why you want to put out a Pro, halfway through the life cycle is pretty much how this shit works now. But why? And granted, if this PlayStation 5 Pro is going to come next holiday, we have all this year and all next year still for a game to truly test the limits. But like Colt said, games look fucking good. How much better can you run on just like, I mean, televisions? Like at some point, the PlayStation 5 is going to be too strong for any fucking modern television. Like, even if the PlayStation 5 Pro could do a theoretical 8K, how many fucking TVs support native 8K resolution that don't cost thousands and thousands of dollars? I mean,
also, I don't need anything above 60 FPS. I've
Exactly.
tried out 120 on Cody's 120 hertz on his Xbox.
Yeah. Don't need it.
It gives me motion sickness. It's too much.
I mean, fuck, 60 FPS sometimes for me is a lot, and I realize I'm kind of not a minority, but I feel like not everybody feels like that. Some people want 60 FPS. That's fine.
60 FPS is perfect, desirable.
But I mean, you're right. And again,
8 FPS for me.
Uh-oh.
But 120 hertz TVs are still fairly expensive. And again, if you want a TV that does native 8K, I mean, you're talking about spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a television. Not to mention the fact that, I mean, it's going to be a very limited amount. I mean, obviously every game that comes out isn't going to support fucking 8K resolution because that's insane. And you're going to be talking about 200, 250 gigabyte games.
Also, once this drops, they're going to drop the price on the normal PS5. They're going to have to, because no way in hell is someone going to buy. I'm assuming if they don't drop the price, they'll have to bump it up to $600 or maybe $650.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like I mean, I know this is a rumor. And I say this is stupid because, like, I don't mean like the information is stupid. I'm saying is like if this is all true and they drop this, I feel like they're gonna suffer. Like they're gonna lose money. Like that doesn't.
So
doesn't
I
make
guess
any-
it really depends what the Pro is. So
Yeah.
to me, none of us own PlayStation 4 Pros, correct? We all kept our base model PlayStation 4 through the whole life cycle.
Yeah.
Okay. So to me, what the PlayStation 5 Pro would be is it is a little bit stronger, it's a little bit quieter, it's a little bit sleeker. It doesn't
I mean,
take
the
up as-
PlayStation 5 does not make noise at all. I mean,
It's a little. It's a
the
little bit
disc
taller.
drive, the disc drive makes more noise than any fans in it.
Let's just
Exactly.
say it's a little bit taller, a little bit wider, a little bit baller.
Let's just say the PlayStation 5 Pro is coming out solely for sex appeal. Sony is trying to
Ooh.
but no, it really makes you question like what does a PlayStation, because PlayStation 5s now are just becoming like readily available. Like somebody can make a split second decision and be like, you know what, I am going to get a PlayStation 5 right now and
Yeah.
order one, or actually go into a fucking store and pick one up. Like, and we're 2.5 years removed from the PlayStation 5 launch. So people are just now getting their hands on the PlayStation 5, and they have a pretty solid library of games to play at this point.
Actually, a better library when it comes to exclusives than the Xbox.
yeah, it goes without saying, sure. But the PlayStation 5, even next holiday would seem too soon to me. And again, I understand, the life cycle of the console, whatever. You release this Pro 4 years in, expect an 8-year life cycle, whatever. But it feels like too soon. And it feels like now Sony is trying to do too much too fast, because we just had the PlayStation VR 2 come out. Not a huge hit. We'll hit on that a little bit later, but didn't do super hot. And then you're talking about releasing this PlayStation 5, which I guess it would be a good thing for consumers that want a PlayStation 5, because if this came out and it was $500 or even $550, but then the regular PlayStation 5 got a price cut to $450 or isn't the PlayStation 5 $500?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
digital is 400 and base with disc is 500.
So said if the disc drive version went down to 400 and say the all digital drops to 350, or the one with the detachable disc drive is 350 or whatever. I mean, I think that's a win in the end, because I think that will just drive more people to buy PlayStation 5s.
Yeah.
But as far as the Pro needing to exist, I can't imagine a ton of consumers would give up their PlayStation 5 that even at that point, theoretically, I'd only have for 4 years, which is not the case with a lot of people, because we were all extremely lucky to get our PlayStation 5s day one.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's asking for a lot from your consumer, being like, okay, I know you just finally got your hands on this PlayStation 5 last year. Here's a better one. It's like that. I don't know. It seems weird to me. Again, it is just rumor right now, but I do think there is some credibility here.
Yeah. It's just people that already own a PlayStation 5, no interest in this, but people that don't, you'll get some people that buy this.
Yeah. I mean, you're fucking freaks, will buy this. The people with the 75-inch 120 hertz television that can do fucking 8K, if that is something this can even do, which who knows.
I mean, the PS5 on the box, I know it has like an 8K option on the side of it.
Yeah, but it's like it's not true 8K.
Yeah.
Which I'll be honest, I don't even know if there's any television that can do a true 8K out there that isn't tens of thousands of dollars, to be honest.
A movie theater.
I mean, like, honestly, like that, was it Samsung that released that giant ass TV literally called the Wall?
I think so.
Like, maybe that can do native 8K, but that's also like a $15,000 television.
Look, Sony just expects all of us to have in-home theaters.
Okay, I lied. Samsung The Wall 291-inch LED video wall bundle is $500,000.
Oh, we can put that money together.
Whoa, let's calm down, Tanner.
500K for a TV. Let's go.
Let's go. That's what the PlayStation 5 Pro is for.
Now, I will say the 146 version, which is $220,000, only does up to 4K.
Okay, well, all right. How about those monitors that they use in the Marvel movies instead of green screens?
Holy shit! Installation for this is $20,000.
God damn it!
This is for like movie theaters, right?
No, you can get this in your fucking house.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, you would
it's
have to
for
have
the
a
home.
big ass wall. Because what, 291 inches diagonal? I mean, you're talking.
You'd also
There's
have
a
to-
point in the size of the TV that you have to have like a massive, massive room to watch.
I mean, yeah,
it
you
in.
would have to have a dedicated theater room.
Yeah, it's a home theater. Yeah,
Like a theater room the size of like a basketball gym.
Yeah. So it says here
or like
the
a theater.
The three highlights for it are for retail, residential, and studio. Oh, and control room, and it's showing NASA.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if anybody's house needs the same screen as fucking NASA.
You know, put it on the company card. Just we'll tell
Hold on.
Pat that it was an accident, Pat.
Yeah. But tell them we need it for surveillance.
Patrick, I know the podcast makes no money, but let's just say we took out a card in your name and spent $800,000, and in 4 to 6 weeks, you're gonna be pretty stoked. And this is coming out a week after we record, so it's already happened. If you're hearing this,
Yup.
Patrick, it's too late. You're done.
Oopsie.
Holy shit. But yeah, I mean, a potential, just to wrap this up, a potential portable from Sony would get me interested if there were like games for it. If it's just a remote play device,
Or a streaming device. I don't want either of those things.
no, don't want either of those things. If it's something that does those things and it also gets some games, yeah, sure. I could be talked into it. But right now, and especially with Sony pricing their peripherals, like who knows how much that thing comes out for?
It'll probably come out around $300.
Yeah, 300, 350. And you're talking about, I mean, if again, getting into super rumor territory, but you're talking about if there's a new Switch coming around, next fall, and that thing comes around next fall, who the fuck is going to buy the remote play portable
No fucking
versus
body.
the Switch 2 or the Switch Pro or whatever the fuck is next?
I need that Pro. I need that Switch Pro. I desperately need that Nintendo.
I have become so a little off topic. I got my tax return today. I have came extremely close to ordering that Tears of the Kingdom OLED. Probably 5
You
or
need
6
a
times.
Switch.
I know
Because there's
that's-
so many games I want to do for Backlog BoyZ. I'm like, oh, I want to do this, but no, you don't
Well-
have a fucking Switch.
Well, I don't have a Switch that I can play digital on right now or physical on right now. I can still do digital.
Oh my god.
But at the same time, I'm like, should I just buy? But here's the only thing stopping me. I don't want to buy an OLED and then next year the Switch 2 or a Switch Pro comes out.
Sell it pretty easily. Not for the
But
same
I wouldn't
price.
want to sell it. It's probably. I mean, it's a special edition console.
Just buy a normal one.
I don't.
You need a new one anyways.
I know. I need a new one. I think you might have just talked me into buying an OLED.
Wow. Easy.
Wow, good job, Colt. Damn. I can't believe you did that to him.
All right, now Wenzel, give me $70.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn it.
All right. Wenzel, what's next?
I don't know why you're asking me.
You're in charge of this thing, right?
All right, up next we
Shut up.
Oh my god.
Can you
Y'all
shut
are both
up?
stroking each other's wieners and I'm over here trying to fucking do our jobs.
I'm doing it better than you. Fortnite, Unreal Engine, creative stuff. I just read that off the top. I don't know why I thought.
That's it.
I don't know why I thought that would help or anything.
I love how Wenzel edited like some of the things that were on this list, but then Fortnite UE creative stuff was like, "Yep, that's enough."
that. Yep, that was enough.
have either of y'all actually got to try like any of the creative stuff?
I haven't tried it,
No.
but I've seen a lot of videos on it.
So
Yeah,
if you're, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Wenzel.
I was gonna say, if you're wondering, Unreal Engine, it's just been crazy looking good, and Epic Games has given the tools and stuff to use it, and for people in creative to create their own stuff, and it's been incredible. People have been really like utilizing it, and it's pretty crazy. Everything that you can do. I mean, there's been a bunch of different like stuff shown off. I haven't touched it, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a crazy dragon level. There's a like a Modern Warfare 2 Rust map that looks
Mhm.
crazy good. It's just the future of Fortnite. This could be the next Roblox, which could be the next like this is Wreck-It Ralph type shit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think I've said it before, but like everybody's talking about not everybody, but people are like, oh, the metaverse. The closest thing to like what the people like, if your ideal metaverse is like Ready Player One or some shit like that, or like Second Life, Fortnite is getting closer than anybody else, including the actual fucking metaverse.
Absolutely. Fortnite is the closest thing.
Fortnite is the closest thing. We're 2 years away from being able to buy pieces of land at Tilted.
You can buy an apartment at Tilted Towers.
Because
I
like
don't- Yeah.
sorry, what?
I was gonna say I don't know if that much is true, but
Yeah, oh yeah.
as
I don't
far as
know.
again, if you watch or read Ready Player One and you're like, man, I wish the Oasis was real. Fuck, that looks cool. Or even something a little more recent that we all watched, Bell. Something similar to that. Fortnite is the only thing that is close to like what nerds thought living in a virtual world would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's because of like the collabs, so many good collabs,
Yeah, so many
Well done.
IPs.
well
Yeah,
done,
yeah.
cross those over into everything. It's done too in the Fortnite style, which like is a mix between like, cartoon and realism. So like it's a perfect blend of it's just right for these collaborations. And then two, it crosses into like its own Fortnite style for like certain like animated properties, like like cartoons or different cartoon style video games, So it's perfect for that. And with the creative stuff, I mean, it just went up. Like I remember like it was years ago where we talked about how the meta, or not us, but like there was more talk about how the metaverse is really opening up through Fortnite. And
Mhm.
again, it's happening through Fortnite.
Gene, I think it was Gene Park. I think it was maybe 2020, maybe 2021. Did like a fascinating article about like Fortnite. Really like it was when the metaverse talk really started, where Meta's like, oh, this is the metaverse. How cool would it be if you could be a landlord in virtual reality? And then they were like, actually, Fortnite is doing everything all the nerds think that this should be, but better exponentially. And now you add in this mode. Colt said it pretty great, which I'm going to say it. This may be an off mic comment. I think we need to fucking try Roblox. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, delete that. Edit that out.
Off mic, edit that out.
But like the creativeness, I guess more apt for us would be like Gary's mod is more what we messed with.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
love Gary's mod.
This seems like Gary's mod turned up to like 1,000. Like people are making legitimate like 1-for-1 recreations of Modern Warfare 2 maps and like shit that, I mean, it is in the quote unquote Fortnite style, but the Fortnite style is so vast at this point. Like it looks good. Like we're probably only a couple of weeks away from people making legitimately good, like actual full ass video games.
Yeah.
Using
yeah.
this. Like I do not think we are far from it at all.
It reminds me of the that PlayStation
Dreams.
Dreams. It reminds me of Dreams exactly. And again, it's doing kind of Dreams better, or it's getting there. Because when I was looking up stuff about this too, I saw where somebody on Twitter is trying to recreate the Avengers. I think the game entirely in Fortnite, but trying to make it better. Basically,
Sure.
I was like, okay, go off. Like,
I
why
mean,
not?
I'm very interested to see. Like, I would love if there's like a list out there. I'm sure there's not, of like, here's like the 10 things you should be playing from Fortnite's new creative mode. Because I would love to play like the best of the best, but I bet there's going to be so much good shit that constantly comes out on this that you're just never going to get the chance to play, because people are going to be making so much shit. I mean, again, it's kind of like the Roblox thing where there's going to be like one or two things like every cycle essentially that get like a ton of hype. That's like, you got to play this, you got to play this mode, you got to play this mode, and it's going to rotate. But there's going to be so much good shit hidden within this mode that it's almost like Fortnite is becoming its own. I don't want to say console because that kind of ties it down, but it's almost like Fortnite is becoming its own storefront, but all the games are free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, and that reminds me too of like the different like creative stuff. We had like a blast. I remember in Grand Theft Auto Online
Yeah.
doing all the different like maps and game modes. Oh, that was so fun.
Well,
And
shit. I mean, back when I was a teenager, Halo 3 Forge, like just hopping in a map called Mario Kart Rainbow Road Reel, and just racing in the fucking sky on a mongoose or a warthog, playing Mario Kart. It's not even playing Mario Kart. You were fucking driving a mongoose and throwing grenades. Most of the time it'd be double dash rules, so there'd be two people. But anyways, shit like that is like some of my most fond gaming memories. But now people are doing that, but taking it to the next level where, yeah, you're getting these copies. Like, I'm sure somebody's going to try to make Mario Kart Rainbow Road Reel and Fortnite, but it's going to be really fucking good. And then people are just going to go on and make so much cool shit that, like, it's stuff that I can't even like wrap my head around of what people are going to make. But somebody's going to make, like, I guarantee you within the next 12 months, somebody's going to use this mode, make something that a lot of people really like, and they're going to be able to get funding to actually create a game.
Oh, yeah.
I also think there's going to be legal issues where people are going to be making a game one for one or a sequel using an IP that they don't have the rights to.
See, and I don't even know how that stuff works.
I feel like it would be a little legally problematic because Fortnite is making money, not off of that, but from like people playing their game.
Yeah, and I guess I don't really know how that would work. Like, I don't know how it works.
We're in a new territory. This is all new.
And
like, I don't know how it works like right now in Roblox. Like, there was this new mode that just came out. I saw on Twitter, actually. It's like some sort of SpongeBob thing. And like, you're playing as SpongeBob or Mr. Krabs or, any SpongeBob character. And there's music from SpongeBob in it, and it's apparently really popular. But I don't know how that shit works because you don't pay for it.
I don't know.
But remember, the law isn't always morally right.
Yeah.
Pirate Fortnite.
No,
Epic, please send me a John Wick skin. I'm finally watching the movies. Please, I want the John Wick skin.
I agree.
You just gotta wait for it to come into rotation. I'm surprised it didn't get re-added for the John Wick 4.
Yeah. But it hasn't been in rotation in years, hasn't it?
I mean, it was last year. They do it sometimes, like a yearly thing.
Okay. We'll see.
Look, I'm sorry, we got some breaking news. Gotta announce it. Universal Pictures will release Blumhouse's Five Nights at Freddy's on Friday, October 27th, 2023, worldwide. The film will also premiere day and date with theatrical on Peacock.
Yes, look at the tweet I sent. You get your first view of Freddy Fazbear's pizza.
Yep. Yep, and a Freddy Fazbear himself. Oh, the back. Anyway,
Freddy
No, if I knew
Fazbear.
there was a fucking
it's not
Five
it's not
Nights
even
at Freddy's movie.
it's not even a bit. This is true.
No, this is real. It literally was tweeted 17 minutes ago from time of recording. I'm looking at
I
it
know.
now.
I remember a while ago discussing films. That Twitter account released a thing where it was like, "Oh yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's movie is in the works at Blumhouse." So I was like, "Oh, that's gonna fucking suck." So, whatever. I mean, it could be good.
I want to see it just because it's funny. Like I'd
Yeah,
watch an
I
Among
feel
Us
like
Yeah.
movie.
I feel like we have to watch it.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
I
a video
agree.
game podcast, you know.
Oh
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, man, that's. I mean, just from the I understand it's one still. That costume could look a lot worse.
Yeah,
It-
I mean
no,
the
it
costume's a
looked-
fairly simple design, so
It's fairly
kind of-
simple, and I mean, you could
Yeah.
probably get away with like the texture on it too, because the texture looks like it'd probably be like what is that? Like a matte, like kind of looks like a corduroy, maybe
I don't know.
like something.
like the fabric, because
Yeah.
it's like a fabric. I mean, it's probably supposed to be metallic, but you could probably get away with doing that anyway. Yeah. So there you go. Five Nights at Freddy heads out there.
Five Nights at Freddy, that's where I want to be. Five Nights at Freddy.
FNAF. Next up, who wants to talk about this?
I think it should be Tanner because I don't know anything about this game other than
God
that's
damn
the
it.
thing.
I added it, so I'll mention it.
Okay.
Crash Team Rumble got announced a little bit ago. It kind of just looks like a 4v4 Crash game with the Crash IP. I didn't think that would be the next Crash game we got. It definitely feels like they're just doing a lot of shit with Crash and throwing it against the wall and hoping it works.
Even though the last two things they did with Crash did very well, and they're going to this stupid fucking format, which reminds me what they did with Ratchet and Clank for I think it was Ratchet and Clank All for One, where they made it over the top fucking 4-player co-op game.
Yeah,
Not a good idea.
So this game comes out in June. The number one question asked about it on Google is Crash Team Rumble free to play? This game will cost $30.
Ew.
Yeesh.
It does not look
Oh,
like
Fuck me.
a $30
There's
game.
something on here I forgot to put on the doc.
Put it.
Oh god damn it. What the fuck is it called?
but it will also have a battle pass and such. I just wanted to put it on there because I couldn't
Fun.
believe this is what they're doing next with Crash.
Yeah. This
Son of a
thing.
bitch. What's that fighting game that just got it? Multiverses. Fuck.
Oh
Oof.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's all we want to talk about Crash Team Rumble. Let's talk about this fucking multiverses bullshit.
Oof.
Okay.
I thought the game was out. I thought that was the full game.
Dude, it was. People keep saying, I've seen a couple people on my timeline saying, no, they've always said it's beta. It's always said it's beta. Bull fucking shit. It has not always been said. Like, if you search Multiverses right now, Multiverses release date, July 19th, 2022. That was last fucking summer. So
also, if
you
it's a
don't know-
beta, why the fuck are they selling cosmetics or stuff like that? Like season
they were
passes?
they were
Exactly.
selling that stuff.
season passes, cosmetics. They did multiple seasons. They did multiple fucking seasons.
That's not a beta. That's
But-
a game.
Anyways, at the time you're listening to this, Multiverses has already been delisted on all digital storefronts.
It's gone to hell. It's gone.
You can play online modes until June 25th before the game goes offline in preparation for launch, which they have said will be early 2024.
Which
That
is a huge gap.
That is, I mean, that's 6+ months. I mean, people have put money into this game.
And they're
Like,
just not going to be able to play it
they're just
online.
not going to be. Yeah, you can't play online. So I guess you could theoretically still play you could run a Multiverses fucking local tournament, but who the fuck wants to do that? Because the reason they're taking their game out, and I'm sure this is probably a larger problem with Warner Discovery at this point because there's so much shit happening there. But like this game dropped off huge in popularity after coming out. Like it came out, did okay, and then the developers just kind of went fucking quiet for the whole rest of the year. And the player base died. I mean, it dropped 99%
Yup.
in less than a year. And this game had a lot of promise. I mean, it could have been a legitimate Smash Brothers like
Competitor.
competitor.
Honestly,
yeah, like,
it's the best feeling Smash Bros. Clone.
yeah, it feels so good. I mean, it had a ton of fun characters, and that leaked list that came out, I assumed was legit. Because everything held up to it, until this. This is such a fucking shady ass move. It sours me on the whole game.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely have no more interest in it because this is definitely a money move. They're just
Yeah,
trying to get the last little bit of money they can when it finally releases. And you know what? I think they're gonna put a price tag on it. I think they're gonna say like $30.
And then you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna do poorly, and then guess what? It's gonna shut down.
Yeah, the servers are gonna be gone, just like what's that one game that just got canceled or taken
fucking
offline?
the
Wrestling.
the wrestling battle royal.
That game is gone.
Yeah, just
Oh my
that game
God.
came out in fucking August. August.
I cannot remember its name, but I know what you're talking about. Wow.
Was it called Rumbleverse?
Rumbleverse. That's it.
Rumbleverse. Yep.
Yeah, that game came out in August and it is already shuttered, like completely gone. I mean, there's just to my knowledge, there's no way to play that game. I don't think anybody's running fucking private servers for it.
Nothing. Actually, I think there is. They released the tools to make a private server.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you're a dedicated fan, you can probably play it, but nobody's gonna do that. Well, people that don't really care about it that much, they just want to try it out, are not gonna do that.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with wrestling or anything. It's just,
I think
Wasn't-
wrestling's stupid.
yeah. Sorry.
Whoa.
But the thing
Don't
is, like with
WrestleMania.
multiverses, like Tanner said, it was the characters was like that was like a really big draw in.
Yeah,
all these
so much fun. You had
Yeah.
fucking Bugs Bunny. You had Shaggy. LeBron James got added. You had the
Iron
fucking Iron Giant.
Godzilla was added.
Gremlin, Garnet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Steven.
Steven. I believe Steven Universe was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking Jake and Finn from Adventure
And
Time.
Shazam
Black
just-
Adam.
and
A
Black Adam.
ton of fun characters and a library of characters they can pull from.
Yeah,
Still, and they're just like, actually, this game's been in beta the whole time. So if you've spent money on it, sorry, you're a fucking sucker. We're locking you out of the game. And then first of all, delisting it on your digital storefront 2.5 months before you're shutting down online for this free beta doesn't make any fucking sense to me already. Like, why not delist it the day online servers go down if that's your goal? So what that tells me is they're still hoping the people that are playing this are going to spend money on it.
Yeah, be trustworthy enough to actually spend more money on it when it comes back.
But the problem is nobody's fucking playing the game anyways.
Yeah.
Because that's I think it got down to double digits of people playing it on Steam. It might have been low triple digits, but I feel like it was double digits.
God damn, dude.
I mean, fuck. And it's just going to be gone for, assuming it comes out next January, 7 months at least. I assume early 2024 just means Q1. There's a possibility we don't see this game till the end of March next year.
Yeah, I definitely don't think this is coming out Q1.
I mean, it could because it's a
could.
complete game.
I also
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck they're going to change in that amount of time. Like the beta to full release of a normal game, that's usually a month.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
a month or
I
two?
wonder if what they're trying to do also is to like build back up hype and like do a better
That's what they're
Yeah.
hoping for. Is
yeah,
they're hoping people are going to miss it and be like, God, I'm hankering for some multiverses.
probably do
And
some
they're
better
hoping
like
for another huge spike. People a ton of people download it or buy it, whatever. The first week it comes out, and they're like, "Oh fuck yeah, we have 15,000 people playing this on Steam or on the Epic Game Store. Fuck yeah, we're back. But then the whole reason this died out to begin with is because the developers, and granted, who knows how much is in their hands versus Warner Discovery hands, whatever, is they went radio silent. Like we would get, or people would get like these little tidbits of information being like, oh, hey, LeBron's coming out.
Yeah, I was
That's
about to
cool.
say, I was like, I could have sworn that one of the big things about it was that literally nobody was saying anything. Like, no, there was nothing from the developers.
Yeah, the developers just went, I mean, seriously, like radio silent for months after it came out.
I wonder if, like, okay, does that mean now, like, okay, let's try to put it back into good faith and be like, okay, maybe they're trying to get some actual communication and stuff so that, like, do some better advertising and marketing, and then when it comes out, there'll be actually consistent developer updates and stuff like that. Like, okay, if it wants to do that, then fine, whatever. But like, it's too fucking weird. It's too fucking shady.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, I mean, it's one thing to delist your game that's failing, similar to Rumbleverse. It's a whole nother thing to be like, yep, guys, congratulations, we did it. We made it through the beta of a game that's, by the time the online servers go down, will have been out a fucking year.
Yeah.
And you're just going to re-release it. Like, it makes no sense and makes perfect sense at the same time. This
can only hurt the game.
It's so shitty.
Yeah,
it would have been
so
way
shitty.
better if they said, we're having a massive overhaul update that's going to change essentially everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would have more people jumping in. Like me, I would have probably jumped back in.
Exactly.
But now that they're just going to re-release it,
like
no.
And I'm
No
sure
thanks.
I mean, ideally, it comes out kind of overhauled, has a bigger character roster, whatever. But who is going to care next year? It's my question. Like, after you're doing like this really shitty thing to the fans of this game, because I mean, the people that are hurt most by this game are actually going to be the few people still actually playing it.
Yeah.
Like, they're the ones going to be hurt the most. Who's going to fucking care about it next year? I mean,
the only way they can really save it is to have it be a full release game at like similar to Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and they make all the characters available through like a story mode or instantly, so you can play all the characters and you don't have to purchase the characters like you do in the normal version. And like, you get costumes like in Smash Brothers Brawl. You just press a button and there you go, you got costumes for free.
Yeah, but it's like, is that even going to be enough? Like, I don't know.
It would have to take real dedication from the developers to save it, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it would pretty much have to be a whole 180 on their philosophy of how they've treated this game so far. And I just don't think that that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah.
I mean,
sadly.
Unfortunately, because again, like, I really enjoyed my time I had with this game last year. I think we all probably played it a little bit last year.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my time with it. It was fun. But after this, I have literally, I mean, they will have to do a lot to make me interested in playing it again.
Yeah. Good job, guys. You fumbled the bag so fucking bad, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Do y'all want to take a quick break before?
Let's break it down.
Yeah, we've been
diving
talking
into
for
the
a
rest?
while. Yeah.
All right. If you're listening, guess what? We're just gonna be right back. But we're gonna
Chicken
take a little
butt.
break. So we'll be back.
I love you. Welcome back. We got some more news to hit you with. Right out the gate, TMNT Last Ronin, the comic book series, is being turned into an action RPG.
Yeah. So recently this was announced. It's based off of the 2020 comic, The Last Ronin, about a dark futuristic story for the Turtles. It's gonna be a AAA. Let me pull up that tweet. Sorry. Yeah, it's gonna be a AAA title video game. We have no idea who the studio is. It'll be third-person action. Few years off release, but it is inspired by the recent God of War games. So God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, which is
those are great games. They play very well.
They're great. So it's like, well, if they're taking inspiration, I mean, hell, That'd be sick.
Yeah, I'm very interested in this.
I am too.
I'm seeing like a weird little renaissance for TMNT. I've been seeing more stuff with them. They've got that new movie that's coming out that looks gorgeous, and I have to see it.
Yep.
So I'm reading the article on Polygon. I wanted to see if maybe they said who was rumored to be working on it, but Rawson said to expect more details on The Last Ronin and much more from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and video games in the coming months and years. In the near term, fans of the Ninja Turtles will soon see the heroes in a half shell showing up in Roblox in a new game set for release alongside Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, which is the new movie. The Roblox game is being developed by GameFam, the same studio behind the Sonic the Hedgehog Roblox game, Sonic Speed Simulator.
That means nothing to me, but
Yeah,
awesome.
That means nothing to this. So.
It's just interesting. I didn't realize that there was official IP games made within Roblox.
Yeah, soon there'll be official IP games made within Fortnite.
Probably.
Hey, the Ninja Turtles in Fortnite would be cool.
Yeah, I'm surprised it honestly hasn't happened yet. What's going on there, Fortnite? Get the Ninja Turtles in there.
Yeah, I will say somebody, one of our mutual friends, somebody asked like, who would you love to see in Fortnite? And they said TMNT, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Like, why haven't they been in? You know? So
yeah,
I think you're right. There's like a revival, and I think TMNT and Fortnite could possibly be in the future.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
Cowabunga.
And also too, like I think it would also don't read the article too much because there are spoilers for the comic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't want to read the article because I do want to read the comic as well.
I want to read it too. I heard good things.
We should read it together. Just have a little campfire and read it.
Anyway, I think it's really cool for them to like. I think there should be more. I mean, it's not too far off the amount of adaptions there's been, but like I would love to see more video games based off of comics. Like I think that's such an untapped
saga.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that would be cool. That's a dream. That's a dream idea. But I mean, they've both stated that they don't want any other adaptation besides their current comic.
Y'all should just make it in Fortnite.
Sure.
You know what? I don't care about their wishes. I'm making it myself.
Okay.
With my own two hands out of Play-Doh.
No, I've always thought about that of like what would a saga game look like? I would love that. Honestly though, if they did make one or even a movie or a show or something, it'd probably be way after the series is complete. So
yeah, which it's got another 17 years. So
yeah, it's gonna be a while. Yeah, I mean, I'm really hyped for the Hellboy game done in the style.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, so yeah, whenever this was announced, I was very much interested, and I'm very much interested now. Yeah.
Up next,
also, Wenzel, you talking about comic games? There are those Marvel games in development that are supposed to be more akin to the like singular stories in the comics versus like their movie counterparts.
I didn't know that.
That's interesting.
Like the Black Panther game.
Oh yeah, never Black.
What else? I think there's an Iron Man game.
I mean, I would really love a Moon Knight game.
Yeah.
I'd love a good fucking gore, the whole fucking God Bomb arc game.
I think we've actually talked about this before.
We have. We
have. We did.
Here. We talked about a Thor game. Oh man, I had some really good ideas for that too. I can't remember what I said.
Go listen through our whole backlog to find it. It's somewhere in there.
It's somewhere. Yeah, I would love that. I think it'd be cool. Ooh, I mean, oh my gosh, like do a whole like horror themed. We talked about that too. I think horror themed Marvel games.
We did.
Let's talk about something we didn't talk about.
Lego 2K Drive. A new Lego game was announced not that long ago. Don't remember when this is uploaded, but it looks great. I'm surprised that the NBA 2K games are finally stepping into Lego cars.
What?
Okay, I don't think it's the same team, but
I don't know what I don't understand what's happening.
No
The
joke,
NBA
That was a
2K
stupid joke.
NBA 2K is making a Lego game.
Yep,
It's not real.
it's visual concepts.
The game is real. It's Lego 2K Drive. It's a game where you race cars. It looks like an open world, maybe like a Horizon, Forza Horizon game.
I was hoping you were going to say Forza Horizon, because I was going to be really concerned if you were comparing this to the fucking robot dinosaur game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me, just in style, of what it's definitely going for, that Forza feel from some of the gameplay I've seen. Also, kind of like The Crew.
Yeah.
I think it's like Fast and the Furious. A lot about family.
Yeah, Vin Diesel is in the game. That is confirmed.
Yeah, every Lego's bald.
That's not
Yep.
wrong.
That's how you know it's Vin Diesel, the baldness. But yeah, I honestly, here's my problem with it. Is there going to be enough there to you really have to win me over for me to spend $70 on a game?
I think it's gonna be like $30. I don't think
No, it's a full price game.
I don't know.
What
I
do you
mean, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it and try it, but I'm not paying fucking $70.
I'm not
for
paying $70 for it. It does look fun though. I do want to try it out. I just don't know if it's going to be something, a full price worthy game. Like
I'll offer myself as tribute.
Okay.
Yeah, Wenzel, this game does come out right after you get home. Man, I can just imagine Wenzel landing in the US first time in a month after getting back from the Philippines. He's just like, time for Lego 2K Drive.
Yeah, rushes home, wrecks a few people just to get to this Lego game.
Yeah, plays it for 45 minutes, then uninstalls it and says, "Yep,
That's
I'm
it.
good." E3 is fucking dead.
Yeah, it's sadly over. They took E3 out back and they shot it. Like, as many times as I've joked about it, they've killed it. We watched E3 die.
Not a bit either. E3 is canceled.
Yeah, E3 had some problematic tweets that came up.
Oh,
I saw that tweet, but I saw it like a day later. It was pretty funny.
No. So essentially, if you're unaware at this point in time, and you're listening to a video game podcast, how? But essentially, it was announced that Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft wouldn't be a part of E3, whatever. Microsoft announced its own thing that they're doing. They're doing like the Xbox showcase, and they're also doing like a Starfield presentation. Well, then Ubisoft said we're not coming either. And then I think Capcom said they wasn't coming, and then Tencent said they weren't coming, and eventually everybody just said they weren't going to E3. So they
had Jason that said, "I'm not coming."
Wait, except for Devolver Digital, they were sad.
Devolver Digital is never there on the stage. It's always their fucking event.
Well, no, that was the bit. Was like they I think they tweeted a picture of the convention center. They're like, well, shit, because this is the first time they're going to be there in person doing a bit.
That's fun.
I do think Devolver did confirm that they're doing another video showcase this year. So that
maybe this is the time they announce Hotline Miami 3.
Probably not, but maybe.
Probably not. I doubt it.
Yeah, highly doubt it. But yeah, E3's fucking dead. Never to return. Jeff Keighley is king. He is Lord. He is God, and he won the battle. I did want to take a minute to eulogize E3.
Yeah, go ahead. Everybody take off their hats.
Yeah, take off your hats. Put your hands over your
Off your condoms. Take your condoms off.
Look, I know E3 was kind of in a weird spot even pre-COVID, and then COVID kind of exacerbated what was eventually going to happen to E3. I'm actually shocked E3 existed in any form last year. I'm a little sad to see it go. I associate some of my favorite memories of summer, especially when I was younger, to getting hyped for E3, watching it together. God, because fuck, we've probably watched E3 together every year.
That it's happened.
And that it's actually happened.
From like 2012?
12, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I associate great stuff with E3. I'm sad to see it go. I mean, I understand there's not in 2023, there's not really a spot for E3. There doesn't really need to be an E3 because everybody can just do their own mini E3s at any time.
Which is, I know people say they're better, they're better in a lot of ways, but I miss the awkwardness of the showcases. I miss the glitches, the fun part of it just being live event, and you'll see like somebody fucking up. And that's where you get like your classic E3 Konami cringe video. That video would have never happened if they did it like an E3, not an E3, but like a mini direct now.
Exactly. And it's actually funny because the big like E3 rumor was that Konami was going to show new Castlevania in the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake.
Yeah. I mean, they can still show it at Summer Game events.
Not at E3 though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I am going to miss E3 to an extent. I mean, the spirit of E3 will live on, I guess, with Jeff Keighley doing his thing. Obviously, Microsoft's going to do an event. I'm sure Nintendo's going to have a direct near this time frame as well.
Sony will not, because they haven't done anything during the summer for like the past 4 years.
And
Sony
they don't
will
care.
Sony will probably have something in like May.
Either May or September.
Or September.
Yeah, I was gonna say either that or September.
Because they gotta fucking. I would assume it's gonna be before September, just because of the rumor of Spider-Man 2 coming out in September. You're gonna have to fucking do something before then.
No, you know what? No, I take it back. Spider-Man. No, you know what? Actually, Spider-Man 2 is gonna come out in November, and they're gonna have their direct middle of October.
They're gonna have their direct in December, and Spider-Man's gonna come out in February 2023.
That was 2 months ago.
Yes.
Uh-oh. But I am gonna miss E3 to kind of say my piece about it, but the spirit of E3 is going to live on. I'm sure we're still going to get some awkward shit at the mini live events that other developers do at the Keighleys.
Yes, because I know people hate because they're just ads. I don't care. That's why I'm here. I want the ads.
That's what we want. That is what we want. I mean, again, I used to look so forward to like the E3 Sunday and Monday because it was just like nonstop. Like, oh fuck, Microsoft's conference. Oh, and right after Microsoft, Bethesda's doing this before they merged. Oh, Bethesda's doing their thing, and oh, after Bethesda, it's Devolver, and then we wake up Monday and oh shit, EA. Oh shit, Ubisoft. Oh shit, Sony when they were still doing their thing. It was just fun. It was kind of like
it was
being really into the NFL draft, except it was video games.
It was a very accurate lineup.
Yeah,
we would watch Microsoft in the morning on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Ubisoft or EA in the afternoon. Go to eat dinner.
Yeah, Ubisoft did
then
move to Sunday.
Sony at 11 p.m.
Yeah,
our time.
Sony would always be super late, which I am kind of glad that Microsoft is doing like a proper showcase thing. Like, I think that will keep the spirit alive a little bit, but I'm gonna miss E3.
Yeah, like you, Tanner. Before I met you guys, every summer, whenever I got really into the know of video games, it would always be something I would be hyped for in the summer is to just sit down and watch E3 on my own. And then after meeting you guys, it became the same thing, but now with friends. So yeah, I'm kind of sad about it, but whatever.
They dead.
Yeah,
Rest in peace.
Oh, I've been lying on this road so long.
Last Friday night.
I was really hoping y'all joined me in singing Dead and Gone. But I guess not.
Also, since E3's dead, let's talk about the next thing to die, and that's PlayStation VR 2.
Video games.
This device is tanking. Who would have thought pricing this headset accessory $100 more than the actual console needed to use it was a bad idea?
So
I'm sorry, Colt. Did you go to business school? Did you?
No.
So this is from Bloomberg. Sony's PSVR 2 is not doing well. It is expected for the month of March to sell 270,000. I actually don't even think it reached 270,000.
No way in hell.
270,000 units by the end of March. I suspect a price cut on the PSVR 2.
Vitar.
I really want to watch Tar. PSVR 2 will be needed to avoid a complete disaster. I believe the figure they wanted to sell in the launch window of the PSVR 2 was 2 million.
Oh no.
And to barely reach over 10% of that, not great. But again, as y'all said, releasing a peripheral more than the thing you need to play it, bad idea. Not being cross compatible, I think also hurts it a little bit with PSVR. Also for it not to have a true killer app, because so far the three things I've heard that PSVR 2 is incredible, like a must-buy experience.
Like it's one of the best entry points for VR for that price.
Resident Evil 8, No Man's Sky, and Gran Turismo 7. But the only thing is none of I mean, yes, the VR version is exclusive to VR, but none of those games.
What?
Gran Turismo 7?
Yes.
Bro,
Yeah.
I can just hop in my car and play Gran Turismo 7 in real life.
Yeah, and you run red lights.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I mean, I guess the one killer app they wanted for it was Horizon. Yeah, it reviewed
It's good.
pretty
It's a fun
decent.
time apparently.
But like you got to come out more. I mean, asking people to spend $550 on a peripheral when people are just now, again, this kind of goes back to what we were talking about with the PS5 Pro. People are just now getting PlayStation 5s. People have theoretically just shelled out $500 for your console. You're going to have to do a lot to make $550 peripheral seem worth it. I mean,
Not even the games.
Not even the games. Like, you're not even getting the games.
No.
You're just getting the device. Like,
You're
what
just
the
getting
fuck?
the device.
Like, what the fuck? There's no point.
Like, because
It's
I remember
pain.
we
Here's
were
my
excited
thing.
about it.
Here's my thing. No, go ahead, Tanner. Sorry.
No, I mean, I just feel like I remember us saying, "Oh yeah, I really think we're going to get it, the VR," because we were talking about
That was before we knew the price.
I was never sold on it.
Yes. Well, Colt, not because I have a MetaQuest 2. I'm like, man, and I really like the MetaQuest 2, but I was like, man, imagine if I could, with the power of the PlayStation 5 behind me. And also, at the time, I thought this would be backwards compatible. I was like, I can play all the PSVR 1 games that came out, play the PSVR 2 games that are going to come out, and, have a pretty decent library of VR games to play on my PlayStation. And they're like, oh, it's coming out for $550. What the fuck? Also, the only place you can buy it is through the PlayStation Direct website. How many fucking casual people know that website fucking exists?
Like I know it exists, but I've never used it because I feel like there's way more accessible storefronts.
Never used it, and we are extremely in the bubble here. I mean, we're
What
doing
if
a
I
fucking
told
video
you-
game podcast.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I would believe you.
Because I don't. What?
It's okay, yeah. So you can only buy it through PS Direct, which is how for the longest time people were getting PlayStation 5s. Is
you'd sign up and they'd email you when they have
email
like
you saying,
yeah.
Oh shit! Is that
Yeah.
shit Wario tweets about?
yes,
New queues?
yes.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't think they have to do the queues for the PS5 anymore. But that
or
is
the VR.
Well, I don't think they ever had to do the queues for the VR. But yeah, that's the only. This is not in any stores. I don't even believe you can buy it on a store's website. I think it is solely only available on PS Direct.
Like,
I mean,
don't get me wrong, I really want one. Like, I really, really want one, but I'm not paying that much.
I'm
Okay.
not paying $550 for
If
it.
they're only selling it on their site like that, then it's kind of on them, right? Like they had to have
No, it's
known.
1,000% on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should say though, I mean, to be fair, we should all at least have 300K, right, in our accounts.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we all have the hustle and grind mindset, right?
Uh-huh.
Right.
God. Oh, there is free delivery.
Oh, thank God. Never
Thank
mind.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
never mind. I'm sold.
Yeah, we're all gonna buy
not
it.
to mention. Okay, so oh my God, that can't be true.
What?
What? PlayStation VR 2. Oh, it's a charging station for your controller. Okay. So right now the 3 PSVR 2 things you can buy is the PlayStation VR 2, which is $550.
Yep.
The PlayStation VR 2 Horizon Call of the Mountain bundle, which is $600.
Yep.
And then
What
the
fuck?
controller charging station is $50.
And
What?
that is a pretty much necessary because if you don't have that charging station, you have to have each controller charged individually with the same cord.
Yep.
It's a pain.
Okay.
And also, not like you can use a VR controller while it's charging
Nah.
because VR. Yeah, that is. I mean, I'm looking right now at the PlayStation VR 2 like digital collection, which essentially is every game available for the PlayStation VR 2. Well, I'm trying to. It's okay, never mind. But like Horizon Call of the Mountain, there's a Star Wars game, Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge Enhanced Edition. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Retribution. Like Cities VR Enhanced Edition. I assume these enhanced editions are games that were available in VR1.
Nah. I think they're like games that existed on like PC VR stuff.
Or yeah, maybe that's the case. But like, oh man, I don't know. Again, like Colt said, I would really like to have one, but as somebody that already has a kind of like the casual friendly VR headset in the MetaQuest 2, like I'm probably just gonna keep that for now.
Drop
like,
it down to $300 and put Half-Life Alyx on it. I'm getting it. I'll buy it then.
Yeah, I mean, even with as strong as it is, even $400 like would be more reasonable than $600.
yeah, like $400. That comes with one game and the charging handle, a charging dock for the
Sure.
handles.
Sure.
I'll take that.
Or even $400 on comes with the game or two. Do that.
Please.
I don't know. And I mean, obviously there's a lot of shit that goes into it, but like, man, I'm honestly surprised it sold 250,000 units. Like, just knowing that it's only available on fucking PlayStation Direct and that it was $600 still kind of blows my mind. But man, Sony, I feel like the same shit happened with the PlayStation towards the end of the PS4 life cycle, as Sony is making just a bunch of dumb ass decisions, and except this time it doesn't seem like Microsoft's doing anything either.
Yeah, it feels like a whole bunch of dead zone. That's why it's mostly just been playing Overwatch, and like the only people that are making games are Japanese developers releasing JRPGs and indie studios releasing smaller games.
I mean, it honestly does feel like, and I know this isn't the case because no business would ever operate this way, but it feels like Sony and Microsoft are just totally content where they're at and like don't see the need to do anything more than the minimum. I mean,
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
and that's where we're at. And then like Nintendo's still putting out good shit, but like Nintendo, I mean, for probably over a decade at this point, doesn't compete with Sony and Microsoft. It's two totally different spaces that they occupy in like the consumer mind.
And
Yeah.
Sony and Microsoft are over here not kissing, they're fighting over fucking Activision Blizzard stuff, which has now been resolved, question mark.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's going through now. Maybe.
it's probably going to go through. There is still a chance of a I guess an extension. They can technically, I think, extend one more time till the end of June, and then there has to be like Sony can be like, actually, we found some more shit, and they can extend it, I believe, till the end of June, but that's it. But at this point, according to the EU, Microsoft has pretty much done all the good that they can do with this, like signing on all these like weird European cloud-based services and telling Nintendo that they're getting Call of Duty. They're like, actually, they're not trying to do a monopoly. So yeah, they can get Blizzard.
Yeah,
and
they're like,
Activision.
sure, Nintendo, here's 10 years of shitty Call of Duty games for your
Yeah.
weak-ass console.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what's going to happen is you're going to get 10 very subpar Call of Duty games on Nintendo. I mean, granted, unless the next Nintendo console is strong, like can do 4K 60 FPS regularly, question mark. But who fucking knows? I can't imagine playing a Call of Duty that looks as good as the Modern Warfare 2 on a fucking handheld.
No.
Or even a docked Nintendo console.
No.
So.
No way in hell.
So who knows? But yeah, that's probably going to happen. But I think the earliest that deal will be like signed, sealed, delivered, done is like early-ish next year.
I just want them to stop fighting and start fucking.
Don't we all?
Yeah. I agree.
Another big thing that happened recently is the Tears of the Kingdom demo. We're actually in the final stretch. We've got a little bit over a month left as of recording this. Till it comes out. So they finally said, here, you know what? Here's a little teaser. And in this teaser, we're making Gary's mod vehicles. It's a very, very fun little trailer that's only gotten me more excited for it.
Yeah.
It looks like Breath of the Wild with more mechanics, and you can't go wrong there.
So with Breath of the Wild, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to say. With Breath of the Wild, it's very overwhelming. Like I played a decent amount of Breath of the Wild, probably 20, 25 hours, and like never got through like a fucking quarter of the story just because I always got distracted. And then more shit came out because if you remember, Breath of the Wild came out day one for the Switch, and then a lot more Switch games came out. I mean, I just eventually fell off of it. And I was like, I'm probably not going to get Tears of the Kingdom day one. Like, I know how I do with these games, whatever. The weapon fusion stuff is so fucking cool. Like, it seemingly has no limits. Like,
yeah, this feels like one of the best open world, like sandbox-ish experiences. I mean, the first game was.
Yeah, the first game was. So that makes me think it's like, and now I can combine the Master Sword with a fucking piece of pork and make
That's epic.
The Master Pork, the pork
Yeah.
sword. I mean, so like that already has me, but also all the sky cities that they're seemingly adding. So like you take the whole map of the first Breath of the Wild. I'm sure there's probably a few additional changes to it. But
no,
just,
that was a big thing in the demo. They said like the entire world has changed basically.
oh yeah, but I'm talking just as far as like actual locations go, I guess, because it
Yeah.
is technically the same map.
Yeah.
But now they're adding like this whole level of like verticality to it, where like there's all these civilizations above now.
Yeah.
Or not civilizations, but areas to explore above. And like because this demo is only 10 minutes, and this is the fucking it, I assume.
Oh yeah, we're not getting anything else till it comes out.
So I'm excited. Like, even though it is like arguably the sequel to the greatest game ever, depending on where you land on that argument, and it adding all of these features, I'm a day one. I'm getting a day one.
You got to buy a Switch.
Yeah.
You should do it right now.
You know what? Yeah. Or hear me
Should I
out.
buy a Switch right now?
Do it. Get you a
Buy-
Switch. You don't have to get an OLED if you don't want.
PSVR 2.
Yeah, buy me and Wenzel a PSVR 2.
I'm texting my wife.
Oh my god.
Can I buy a Switch?
Can we
There
do
we
this
go.
one? Are we doing this?
Doing
Okay.
what?
Y'all aren't getting PSVR 2s.
Damn it!
Technically, I need a Switch for show purposes.
Yes, this is a job thing.
I
It's
do
needed.
technically need a Switch. I don't know. We'll check in with the boss here in a minute. But I'm very excited for Tears of the Kingdom. It looks incredible. I know we touched on the Tears of the Kingdom OLED earlier. Maybe my favorite special edition Switch. Like, it is gorgeous.
That's
Nice.
true. They don't really have many great looking special edition Switches. The Animal Crossing one's the
Animal
only one I
Crossing
can
one,
think of that's good.
There's a lot of good looking lights. All the Pokemon Nintendo Switch lights they've released look pretty good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the Fortnite one is pretty decent. That's all I got.
Not many.
That's all I got. I think this is the first special edition OLED, though, if I'm not mistaken. Unless, did Splatoon 3 get an OLED?
I think
or just a regular
Splatoon 3
Switch?
got one.
I think it looks pretty good,
Yeah.
if I'm remembering it correctly in my head.
But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom looks fantastic. Cannot wait for May 12th. I'm pre-ordering it physical because I like to have my Switch games physical if I can.
Yep.
So hopefully I can get to play it and it's not delayed. Day one.
Colt, I want to tell you something that I'm considering.
What?
I think I may order this game at a store
Okay.
so I can pick it up day one and not get it delayed.
Yeah.
Because what? I don't remember what game it was, but I got screwed out of a game last year. And it was going to be Modern Warfare 2
And Pokemon.
and Pokemon. Yeah, and I ended up having to get both at stores because Amazon was like with my copy of Modern Warfare 2, they couldn't guarantee me a delivery date before like 2 weeks after the game. Like, the game came out end of October. They couldn't guarantee me a delivery date to like November 15th.
Yeah, I also had that situation with Trails to Azure. It came out like March 14th, and it said your game will arrive March 27th.
When'd you get it?
I bought it physical, not physical, digital. I said,
No.
fuck it.
Yeah, I'm just like, no. And Tears of the Kingdom definitely is going to seems like the game that like you really want to be in on the ground floor on.
Yeah.
Like with all the discovery and stuff. So
True.
I'm probably going to buy it at a store that Friday. And I
Do
know
it.
I'll be off that weekend. I'm probably going to go a little crazy hazy with it.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
All
Do
right.
it.
Tears of the Kingdom news. Guess that game's booty hole, butthole, shit poop.
Yeah.
Let's get into the real meat, the real juicy, twerking meat.
Yeah. Overwatch 2 season 4, we finally with like 6 days left until the new season, we finally get a new hero announcement.
Oh yes, when we release this episode, the season will be already out for a few days. So
No, the season starts on the 11th. This episode goes out on the 12th.
So it'll be a day.
Yeah.
So the new hero, Life Weaver. It's a new support. Sorry,
I was gonna say as a new support hero, a new healer.
New healer. Finally, they're a Thai hero. First ever Thai character in this game. Their full name is Niran Pruksamani. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, they look to be super interesting. I included in here too in the doc. If anybody ever gets a chance to develop or deep dive talking about the character, I probably should watch those more because I thought it was so fascinating. Hearing them talk about and talk and discuss this character and their process and everything of coming up with them. Also, he's the first openly pansexual character as well. I should throw that in there. So just to go off of like quick abilities, his main healing is the Healing Blossom. He holds out a lotus. You charge it up, and when you charge it up fully, it does 65 healing. You throw it out to your ally. Then to his actual weapon, it's a Thorn Volley, which is really cool. He has thorns on his gauntlet. It looks like the Needler from Halo.
Yeah.
It's kind of, and it was funny because people have compared it to that. So he fires a rapid burst of those thorns. It's really cool, and actually with the rate of fire and how much damage it does, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
actually a really good attack. It's up there with like Zenyatta with damage numbers.
yep. And his ultimate is the Tree of Life. He places this big tree. It's really cool. It does a burst of healing. It heals allies immediately and continues to heal periodically as it lives. It does have health. But yeah, and then other abilities. He has a pedal platform. It's a flower. You throw it down, and people can get on it, and it'll push them up. If you time it right, though, when it goes up, you can actually get a boosted jump too. So that's pretty cool. He has a rejuvenating dash, which whenever you dash,
It's
out of
a
a fight,
poor dash, insanely poor dash.
it's kind of bad, but you do get a little bit of healing from it, which is not too bad. And then
Emphasis on little healing.
yeah, it's like I think it's like 25. And then there's Life Grip, where you can pull an ally to your location, protect them as they travel. We'll talk about that because everybody has been talking about it. And then the passive ability, first of its kind, where when he dies, he drops a gift that will heal the first person, enemy or ally, to pick it up. For allies, it's 150. For enemies, it's 75. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and if used correctly, you can do some damage. People that kill them, that is.
Yeah. So those are the abilities. The biggest thing about him, though, is the Life Grip.
Oh yes.
Because that's immediately people were like, this has huge trolling potential, and that's scary.
And we've already seen it from the people that have been able to play him early and releasing videos on him.
Yeah. So one of the big Overwatch streamers, players is Flats. He did a whole video basically running down the character, and one of the big things was the healing and the Life Grip. So he tested different times of somebody pulling the Life Grip, and now so basically if you're going off a ledge and you wanted to, you could kill somebody, your friend. If you're near a ledge, there have been things implemented into him so that you can't kill them, but it's not much.
Also, you could use your Blossom ability that's pressure sensitive. You use it and you pull them in, and right as you pull them in, you jump off the platform over the pit. For example, on Elios, that giant pit, and you dash out of the way, people will fall into the pit easily.
Yep. Yeah. So you can completely mess people up if you're trying to save them, on quote unquote. You can also mess up people's ults up too. That's a potential. So that's really scary. Also his healing, it just sucks.
His healing is so bad. It is the worst
so
healing
bad.
I've ever seen.
They have to buff it. It is so bad because it's a charge up, and then you throw it, and then it just doesn't do enough. It's so bad.
It's like 65 health every 2 seconds. Meanwhile, Mercy's over here putting out 45 health every single second. And like sometimes more if she's they're below a certain amount.
And like the thing is too is like you don't have to charge it up. You can charge it up halfway, but it gives you 30 healing, which is
very little.
Which is very, very bad. Like it's so bad. And the thing is too is like
it travels. It has a time to travel.
Yeah.
It's not an instant heal.
Yeah, and then but now there is potential, like it looks like maybe you can throw it through walls, maybe it goes around them a little bit. It's kind of there. But yeah, his healing right off the bat does not look good. But that's a good thing, because then that means that they can buff him.
Yes.
Because I think the big thing too is like they're probably worried they don't want to make a too OP of a character right off the bat. So at least they can buff his healing right off the bat. You know, they can do something about that without him being too OP at the start. So there's that.
Like currently, the best way to gain his ultimate charge right now is just to play attack. Like you get very little ult charge from just actually playing the game as a healer. So I can see like people complaining about damage Moira. Dear God, you're gonna be having some fun.
Damage Life Weaver is going to be insane. And honestly, I'm kind of excited. I would love though. I love playing healer because I love healing. I would love that healing blossom to be upgraded, but I think it's going to be kind of interesting to see that, especially with that rapid fire thorn volley. That thing looks so cool.
Yeah.
Now in general, if we're talking about his design though, dude looks awesome. He looks sick. Riz Lord, handsome as hell. Just
he's just like me.
Yeah. Super just, man, he looks so cool. His aesthetic is pink. Pink's my favorite color. It's really cool. Now to give you some, like, I guess some story background too, he did work for the same company that Symmetra works for, Vishkar, but he left it. He does come from a very like wealthy family, but because of Vishkar being a bunch of shitheads, he left it because he created his own technology called BioLight, which is basically the same as the hard light technology, but it's alive, and that's how he's able to heal with it. It's really cool. It's really fascinating, and there's a bunch of like motifs with the lotus flower, mandalas, like with the big shapes on his back, the petals. There's also traditional Thai clothing he's wearing. It's really cool. I say if you get a chance, definitely watch the developer deep dive because it's really interesting too. Like one of the like also few known Thai characters to be actually represented in a game, which is really cool. Oh man, I it's very interesting. I find I need to watch more of those developer deep dives just to understand better.
They were really good. I remember for the first game when they used to wheel out Jeff Kaplan out there to do like, here's all the season changes we're doing, and here's how our new character works. And those were always pretty good. So I need to do the same, especially as much as we're playing. Overwatch 2.
As much as Wenzel and I are playing Overwatch 2.
Listen,
Tanner plays as much as Tanner plays a lot.
I have a lot of time in it, like probably more time in it than I put in any other game last year, and I've played it a decent amount this year too.
That's probably the most time he has in a multiplayer game right
since
now.
Overwatch 1, yeah.
So it's really cool too, and also too one of the team members is also Thai. That was kind of interesting to get his kind of take on it too. It was just really fascinating. I also find the language and Thailand to be very interesting. I find a lot of countries to be very interesting too, but it's just still really cool. We get finally a new character with a different ethnicity. I'm still waiting, please, for the love of God, please in the future do a Filipino character. That'd be so cool. But yeah, really glad we finally got this announced. I should say though, me and Colt were fairly convinced it was going to be Overlord.
Yeah,
for the support. So for those who don't know, Diva is part of the mecha squad for her country, South Korea, and in this squad, it's 5 people. One of the people is his code name is Overlord, and we don't know too much about him other than the fact that from the instances that we've seen of him, he has drones. They do repairs and they might do support related things. And Diva has mentioned that he's wanting the best pilots out of the whole team. And that's it. And everybody kind of assumed that it was going to be Overlord because they also said that the next support hero will be cute, quote unquote. So,
but Mercy cute.
Like everybody was like, "Oh, Overlord's cute. He's a cute looking guy." So yeah. And they also said too, it'd be a character that we've already seen. I don't know if we've ever seen Lifeweaver.
I don't remember.
I might be making that up, but I'm fairly certain. They said that. So I don't know. Yeah. I think he looks super cool, and I'm excited.
Yeah, he looks great. Great abilities. Needs to
Needs a
be a buff
immediately.
really
Needs-
badly. Better be there when the season drops.
Yeah, for real.
Also, one more thing about season 4. I just want to say it. It leaked for the mythic of the season is a Sigma mythic.
Spoiler.
Jesus Christ! Oh yeah, spoiler. I mean, it already came out. You know what it is.
It leaked. Yeah.
It looks so good.
It looks so cool. Yeah, and we know it's true too because there have been people talking about it. They're like the people who have played Lifeweaver who also know their plans, Overwatch's plans for the next season. They're like, yeah, that leak is legit. It's a leak, so yeah, it's so sick. So
I think one of the cool leaks too is that there's like going to be a level over like gold guns you can get too for your characters. I don't know if y'all have seen that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
you
gonna
can get
be
like the dark matter. I think there's going to be like a diamond.
That was a fake one. That was a fan one.
Was it? I thought that was confirmed that there's gonna be something like a more
But
competitive.
there is a rumor going around about how like they want to, not a rumor, it's more like they want to reward people that play competitive. But Tanner saw a TikTok, I'm assuming, where it showed like dark matter.
No, I feel like I saw an article. I don't think I've seen anything on TikTok.
I don't know about an article. I do remember that was something. Colt.
Either way, they're working on more competitive awards for people that
As they should.
Yeah.
As they should. Also, too,
Give us more points, please.
It's more points, and it's just stupid to have 4 different fucking currencies.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, just another thing too. Season 4 starts on April 11th. We said that it'll also have a limited time game mode called Bob and Weave. Don't know what that's about. Clearly, it uses Bob.
And Weave.
Ash's partner. But
That it for the Overwatch corner?
I mean, also too, we could talk about, like I said, the complaints.
Like what?
I don't know.
I mean, my complaint with Overwatch 2 is they still need to fix some of the stuff that we've been saying since season 1, especially with the current season stuff.
They need get rid of that shit. Do better with the store. I don't know why they have all these different, or not different, but like they have all these different sections that really kind of.
I still have a problem buying the battle pass every season.
That too.
Like it's still like, I mean, it is an actively not easy process. Like I can't just hit a button like I can in Fortnite, which I get it anyways in Fortnite because I'm in Fortnite crew against my will.
You can cancel it at any point.
No, I can't.
That
No, I
is your-
can't.
That is your choice.
I can't cancel it. But it's actively hard for me to buy the battle. Like I bought the season pass a couple of weeks ago for season 3, and again, you would think this is my 3rd time doing it. I should know how to. Nope. It says like press square to buy. Well, then you press square to buy it, and it's like, oh, you have to buy this Overwatch currency. Well, then you spend your $10, buy that Overwatch currency. It's like press square to buy. You have insufficient funds. And you're like, what the fuck? I just bought this currency. And you have to like back out, reload, not hit square, but hit like a different button that said, like, hit this to buy it if you already have the currency. It's fucking stupid.
Sounds like a
It should
boomer
be
mode, if you
one
ask
button.
me.
I don't know. That does sound kind of. I mean, it is ridiculous in general. Like you should just be able to buy it outright. You know.
Yeah, let me press square, buy the fucking currency for me. I'm 27 fucking years old. I know I'm spending $10 on a fucking video game.
Like there's I mean, and we're not kidding too. There's common currency, there's I guess the gold currency, then there's the competitive points, and then there's the Overwatch League points
currency,
or whatever.
yeah.
And then also like, and then too, it's like there's all these skins that nobody has access to. You have to wait for it to come into the shop.
Yep.
Like I don't why
Like Overwatch 1 skins that just are not available to buy anymore, even though there's Overwatch 1 skins you can buy. It's strange.
Yeah, like there's the currency right next to them, so you could potentially buy them in the future if they get into the shop. And then depending on the characters that you play also determines whether you get them in your rotation.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. It's a whole rigmarole that doesn't really do anything for anybody. Like
See, the skin thing doesn't really bother me because Fortnite does the same fucking thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's different because
Well-
you can buy old skins outright on Overwatch 2 that they don't have to be in the store rotation. But there are certain skins that have to be in rotation to buy them
same
from
way
the store.
Same thing Fortnite does.
Yeah, but the thing is, Fortnite does it super efficiently, and
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they update every day.
I mean, that is true, but there's also been some skins in the Fortnite shop that haven't been there in like 3 years.
That's because Travis Scott killed people.
Oh, not just Travis Scott.
I mean, well, I mean, I don't know, like, at least with them, you kind of you have an idea of what's not been in there, and then like there's
not enough skins in Overwatch for them to just be taking shit out of rotation. Unlike Fortnite.
Let's just say it. We want the loot boxes.
Yeah,
kind of.
I would
mean,
like to have the loot boxes back.
absolutely have the loot boxes. This is something I've been seeing too. No, everybody agrees. I say everybody, sorry, a huge majority of people agree that they should just have a battle pass and they should have loot boxes together. Like, it's stupid. It's so stupid.
They should have battle pass, loot box, and the ability to buy skins if you don't want to try to get it through RNG.
Maybe do a loot box currency.
Now you're fucking insane.
I'm going to kill you, Tanner. I'm going to murder you.
Just loot box currency. Make a 5th currency.
Like, what, like, okay, just tell us. Just say it to us. Just say it.
Call me a whore.
Just spank my little bottom. What the fuck are you on about, Wenzel?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm upset, and then you're just over here saying, well, Fortnite does the same thing. Like,
I mean, Fortnite does. I mean, they do. I agree that they do the shop better, but at the end of the day, there are still skins. I mean, like Fortnite original skins.
well, you know what?
Can't buy.
Here's the thing. Don't show it to me. What I mean, okay, here's what I mean.
Don't tell.
I know what you mean.
Overwatch shows you all the skins and how much they cost. It's like they're
not all of them. There's some that are like locked.
Dude, they don't. That's what I'm talking about too. They don't show you. Like, there's literally a skin that will go in the shop. It'll be there. You can buy it, but then it will pop out of rotation, and then it won't even appear on the skin list. Like, that sucks. And the thing is like, okay, how are you gonna have it in front of me, showing me that I can possibly buy it, but I can't buy it? Am I like? I mean, uncut gems.
Yeah, we need to make Overwatch 3 and Fortnite.
You know, whenever whenever Adam Sandler has the opal, and he's like, "How are you going to show it to me if I can't have it?" Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
They should add twerking emotes to Fortnite and Overwatch.
All right, Cole. We're getting into some different territory.
Yeah, Cole.
I'm just saying what you're saying.
PG.
No, we're gonna need another episode to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all hear that?
What?
Breaking news.
Oh.
I have pre-ordered the Tears of the Kingdom Switch OLED.
Oh, wow.
Now you just got to keep it.
Riley said no.
Yeah, she doesn't know yet.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, okay. Wow.
No, I'm kidding. She said, sure.
You said that a little nervously.
Well, okay, so she actually said, you know what? If you can pay in for it, you can get it. I said, weird, but okay.
You have a job.
I know.
Bailey also texted you saying, woof.
But you know what's cheaper than spending $400 at one time? Spending $100 4 times.
Yes.
True.
I love you paying for.
Yeah, so it will be here between May 1st and May 4th.
Oh, damn, that's early.
Well, it comes out the 28th. The OLED comes out 2 weeks before the game.
Okay. Does it not come with a game?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, you kind of wasted your money then.
Yeah, cancel it.
Even though we just egged you on.
Give me my $98 back.
So
yeah.
All
Is
right.
we all
doing
Overwatched?
a boxing video? Question mark.
Oh, Tanner gonna unbox.
Okay. Oh, one more thing for Overwatch, by the way. Zenyatta, you needs a better way to
Needs
get out of a fight.
movement. He
Needs
has no movement.
It sucks so much. That's really all I have left to say about that. Love Overwatch, hate it.
Here's some more spicy news coming at you. Some very good news. Super Mario Bros. Movie is bussin'. On God, that's just no cap. We haven't seen it yet. We were going to watch it tomorrow, me and Wenzel, on the 6th of April. But the reviews from the critics, it's actually really bad from the critics. But from the audience reviews, it's really fucking good.
Well, the critics' reviews, do they really have any value when they're saying shit like, it's like watching somebody play a game for you?
That's what I wanted to read.
Yeah.
San Francisco Chronicle here. Date book. Review. New Super Mario Brothers movie is like watching a video game. And that's not a good thing. First of all.
What year is it? And what have you been doing for the past fucking
10 years?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Streaming video games has been arguably huge for a decade now.
And I've been watching Let's Plays since fucking 2009.
Probably 15 years at this point. And it's like, what are we doing? It's like the same guy that reviewed the Tetris movie saying, now, before people dog me, I've never heard of Tetris. How the fuck have you never heard of Tetris?
Wait, really?
Yeah, no, did y'all not? Yeah, there was a Tetris reviewer. Somebody reviewed the Tetris movie. It wasn't a baby that did it, that said they had never heard of Tetris.
I was about to ask, how old are they? Like, even a Zoomer should know what Tetris is.
Even an old person knows what Tetris is.
My mom knows what fucking Tetris is. My mom does not play video games, and my mom is fucking 60. And she actively knows what Tetris is. This is somebody arguably getting paid to be around pop culture things and write about them, and you're telling me you don't know what fucking Tetris is?
They need to be fired.
Yeah, they need to be fired. You cannot be reviewing shit if you don't know what the fuck Tetris is.
I don't think we should ever play a game again for the podcast.
Maybe
we just start guessing.
But yeah, it was good.
I still can't wrap my head around that.
Man, I wish I could find the fucking review.
But to be fair, I can't wrap my head around somebody being like, it's like watching a video game. Like, what?
Who wants to watch people play video games?
Who watches video games anyway? Like, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know we're dealing with fucking dinosaurs.
I love watching people play video games. It's fun watching people play video games. It's also fun watching video games play out. If you've never had an Xbox like I did when I was little, I would watch videos of fucking gameplay of Xbox games without people doing commentary.
Yeah, I was about to say, even before I got my Xbox, I remember one of the big things, just to get myself prepped for the Xbox was watching other people play on the Xbox. It's fun. And especially if you don't have the console, that's something everybody does. Every person who likes to have fun, I guess. They will, if they're too afraid to play the game or they don't have the console or something, they'll watch somebody else play it. It's fun.
But also, I was poor when I was little, so I watched the entirety of Infamous 2 be played on YouTube.
Well,
so I've never played Infamous 2. I just have it in my brain and what exactly happens in that game, the evil route on YouTube.
I was poor too, so I did the same thing. I've never played Infamous 2.
Yeah,
watch the same
examples from us saying that people love to watch people play video games.
I was about to say most of the games it was literally most of the games I played we had to rent. If we did have any physical games on hand, they were bought secondhand or they were bought from replays.
Yeah.
And they were PlayStation 2 games because
I was a big renter boy. Up until I was probably about a teenager. I found the reviewer for the Tetris movie.
Dox him.
We both said it.
He
too.
is. I mean, you can find the article. It's very easy to find.
It's a public.
It's from Deadline. This guy's name is Pete Hammond. He is the awards columnist / chief film critic for Deadline.
He sounds old.
First sentence. Full disclosure, sue me, but not only have I never played the iconic 80s video game Tetris, I had never heard of it before encountering this new film, Tetris, which world premiered tonight at South by Southwest and comes from Apple Original Films. First sentence of the fucking review.
Jesus Christ. Who would want to continue reading after that?
I was about to say, what editor looked at this and was like, "You've never played Tetris, or you've never heard of Tetris?"
What
Send
fucking point of view of like pop culture do you have that I think I'd want to hear
If
your
I
review?
was the person reviewing this, I would have sent it back. I'd be like, "Don't even cover this topic. Don't even touch it. Get out. Don't touch this." Like, what? Like, who's like, oh, this guy, he's never heard of Tetris, so we just have a unsullied mind. Let's put this review out. Like, no,
I just
that's
don't.
stupid.
I just don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand how you've never heard of Tetris.
I mean, fine, you never played it, but you
that's
it.
one thing. Never played it. Whatever. Like,
I mean, who here has played
never.
OG Tetris?
I
never
have.
heard of it.
Okay, well, fuck you.
I mean, God. Not only two of the best games of the last 5 years are both Tetris games.
You talking about Puyo Puyo Tetris?
No, I'm talking about Tetris Effect and Tetris 99.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about Tetris 99. Rest in peace.
It's still going.
Still around.
Oh, I was thinking of that Mario game that got canceled. Not canceled, but taken out back.
Super Mario 35.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Which
that
that's
was good too. But yeah, I'm excited to see the Super Mario Brothers movie. I probably still will not have seen it by the time this episode comes out, but I would like to see it in theaters. So
Yeah, me and Cole are gonna see it in 3D.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm-
be watching Bowser's balls.
Yep,
Colt's not invited.
Wenzel's going by himself.
Oh, I guess he wants to hog all those balls to himself.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this, kind of little cross promotional content here. I know we talked about it on the right after review for Dungeons and Dragons, which by the way, y'all should go listen to it. Miko and Wenzel will go an hour 40 on Dungeons and Dragons full spoiler review. Are y'all gonna get the mystery block popcorn tin?
No. It's not
Wenzel?
cool enough for me to want it, really. It's just like looks like thin metal.
But it's only $15.
Yeah, just
Okay,
it looks
wait. You
cheap.
say that, but you said the same thing to Riley, and she ended up paying $40.
Okay, yeah, that was a lie. This is true because I saw it on AMC's.
I don't know.
website
I don't
today.
trust you, Tanner. I think you're lying to us now.
Let me ask you, Wenzel. If it is only $15, are you buying it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Damn.
Sounds like you want it.
I'll probably buy it.
Okay.
Now,
Very
I don't
excited
know.
for that fucking Mario.
now, if it was Bowser's ball sack, yeah.
Oh yeah, and it was full of like white liquid that you could like smack and drink.
Yeah, like
Cooking.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
I just what the doctor ordered.
But that's just the news that we've wiped up. Let's get some like video games info. What have we been up to? What's been happening? Let's start with some Diablo 4 beta impressions. Only me and Tanner played it. I played the most of I put like 10 hours into the beta.
Yeah, I'm Catholic, so I can't touch it.
Yeah, Wenzel did keep telling us that the whole time.
I loved this beta so fucking much. I played it as a rogue, thinking that it'd be similar to a demon hunter. It's not, so I'm gonna go with Necromancer in the final release. But it was really, really fucking fun going around this massive fucking world. And like the area you cover in the game, it feels insanely huge. And then you go open the map. The map is like 7 times the size of the area that you are exploring in the beta.
Yeah, definitely. I put about 4, maybe 5 hours into the beta, not as much as Colt. I really only got to sit down with it for like 2 sessions. I played as a barbarian. I really downloaded it because I was like, is this something I want to play? in 2023. Summer is pretty stacked. You got this, you got Tears of the Kingdom, Street Fighter, Final Fantasy 16. I mean, there's a lot coming out in just a few short weeks.
Barbie.
That's a fucking movie, but yeah. And I was like, is this going to be something I want to play more of? And I played as Barbarian. It's fucking good. I've already pre-ordered it because I was that impressed with the beta, but I gotta see it through. I know I don't have as much time to play games as y'all. I know y'all play games together all the time. I really would love for us, even if y'all just make a new character just for when I play, I would love for the three of us to play it together.
Okay, I'm down with that because I fucking love Diablo. So freak
Wenzel's
yeah.
not down with it, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Tanner's kind of weird. He's Baptist.
I don't know. You just said you didn't play it because you were Catholic,
I
which is a
know.
lie.
Yeah, no, I'd be totally down to play with us three. Yeah, it would make sense too for us to have like characters for me, Tanner, and Colt's adventure, and then have separate characters probably for just me and Colt, and then a third character for solo.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna want to try out all these different classes.
Yeah, I mean, it's Diablo, so I'm down, especially to play with friends.
But yeah, also the game, fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Some of those cutscenes, like I was watching some of the
Those are just
cutscenes.
the Blizzard fucking CG cutscenes.
Sure,
though. That's not the game.
No, I agree, but I'm like, this may be the best thing I've seen on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, that's just Blizzard stuff, man.
Yeah,
Their
I mean, it's so
cutscenes.
good. The one thing I really want to touch on is the sound design in the game, like the music.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, that Diablo 4 original soundtrack gonna go dummy. It's a lot. It's fucking good. It's good. I don't know if I'll play as a barbarian in the final game. Although I do like the barbarian because you can kind of just play them as a big dumb meathead and just rush in and kind of face no consequences with it. At least the difficulties I played. So I don't know. I like that. Like I don't like playing timid, especially in a game like Diablo. So I don't know. I'm talking myself into maybe playing as the barbarian in the full release, but
You can't go wrong with any class because
No.
they're all about attack and damage. Because every single class, once finally getting their big abilities, will fuck you up.
yeah. But I really enjoyed my time with the barbarian, and I enjoyed my time with the beta. I mean, it really sold me on the game, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, there's 3 games I desperately want to put a lot of time into that all come out in June. How the fuck am I going to manage that?
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Yeah,
After day one of the open beta, I pre-ordered it instantly.
yeah.
let's just all go
digitally, so all the money's out. I've already paid for it.
Let's just all go Necromancer.
I mean, I'm going with Necromancer. There's nothing wrong with everybody going Necromancer.
I just think it'd be kind of funny. 3 Necromancers.
I think
we could like raise the army of the dead.
It actually would be kind of funny.
It would be.
I'm probably gonna do Necromancer solo and maybe Druid with y'all. I don't know.
I guess I'll do Druid.
Oh my god! I think I'm gonna go Barbarian.
Oh,
I'll do
I was
Barbarian.
thinking Barbarian.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
3 Barbarian would be fucking crazy because Barbarian gets an ability pretty early on that essentially creates like an earth wave.
Yeah.
And if all 3 of us were spamming that shit, there'd be no, because it also like does a minor stun. There would be no stopping us.
Also, he has a passive ability where like after a certain amount of time after killing someone, he gets a speed boost.
Yep. He gets it like an 8% speed boost or some shit.
So we'll just be running around the map, beating the fuck out of people at max
Yeah.
speed. Y'all want to do a Barbarian run?
Actually, a trio of barbarians sounds like it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And just imagine us all with because the first weapon you start with is like a dual wielding like miniature axe / tomahawk thing. Just all three of us going around killing those fucking wolves.
All right, we're doing a barbarian run.
Yeah, you
Okay.
convinced me.
Yep, on 3 barbarian run. On 3 break.
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Barbarian. Barbarian. Remember Dave the Barbarian?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was a
I remember
good show.
getting pogs of David the Barbarian from, I think, Burger King.
Really?
They weren't officially branded pogs, but they were like these cardboard pucks that came with a shooter
Oh
that
yeah,
you could shoot
Burger
in.
King used to do like those all the time, like they're off-brand pogs.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I knew you were talking about something else. But I didn't know what you were talking about.
You thought I was
So
talking about fat ass white girls?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's how I thought about the Rick and Morty episode. I was like, damn, he's got a collection of pogs? That's crazy.
Wow, y'all are both adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not know the difference between pog and pog.
I wasn't born in the 80s, you fucking...
You better say you
Yeah.
wasn't born in the 90s.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't.
I mean, I'm kind of glad.
I'm glad where I was born. I'd be an iPad baby if I was born in 2005.
If I was born in like, okay,
You would not have been an iPad baby in 2005.
I would have been. I would have been an iPad baby if I was born in 2001.
September.
No, that's even worse.
I would have warned you about 9/11.
Oh my god.
Tanner, are you a Fortnite pro now? What's all going on with that?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Listen, I hop on the Fortnite a couple of nights ago.
A few weeks at this point.
It was last week.
Nah, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Potentially. But yeah, actually I do think it was 2 weeks ago. Let's just say I hopped on with Colt and Wenzel. I showed my stuff. I left.
Yeah. Did we get one win? I think we got one
We
win.
did.
with
We
you.
did. We played
we did.
3 games. And we won one, got like 4th place in actually I think we may have only played 2 games. Because we won one and got 4th place in the other one.
Yeah, and then we swapped over to Overwatch.
To Overwatch and got fucking curb
Shit
stomped.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm a Fortnite pro, but I really want y'all to answer.
Answer.
Answer what?
Answer.
Am I a Fortnite pro?
Oh. Next question.
Tanner on Pizza Tower.
Yeah, Tanner.
Am I a Fortnite pro?
Tanner, how's Pizza Tower?
How
mean,
is Pizza Tower?
Am I a Fortnite pro?
Let's talk about the season of Fortnite. Chapter 4, season 2.
Am
Really
I a
cool.
Fortnite
It's like
pro?
a cyberpunk theme with obviously like Neo Tokyo vibes going
Am I a
on.
Fortnite
It's got some
pro?
Akira going on with the trails.
Yeah, the trails and the lights of the motorcycles.
Am I a
the car.
Fortnite pro?
There's some really cool character designs too with the lizard guy.
Aaron Yeager is the bonus character.
Yeah,
he does
Aaron
look
Yeager.
a little fucked up. I know we were praising Fortnite collabs, but this one is pretty fucked up.
He looks so weird. His torso is so long.
I know this wasn't a visual bit. I did accidentally start crying.
I do that though, where I'll pretend to cry, and somehow I manage to make myself actually cry.
Yeah, I got pretty teary-eyed. I was like, oh.
Riley's gonna come in here and like yell at us because
She's
we made
gonna
you
tell
cry.
me to cancel my OLED order. Tanner,
No.
you've lost privileges.
Now, to be fair, when we're in tree, we do pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we do okay.
I remember whenever
Let's just
we
say I have a couple of people dragging me down.
we first
Okay.
played Fortnite, it took of us streaming the game pretty much every single night for 2 weeks. Or was it 2 weeks or 1 week?
It
It
was
was 1
actually
week.
3 weeks. We did a fortnight of Fortnite, but we only did it on weekdays.
Oh
Yeah, it was. Yep. And it took to the last day for us to get one win. And we didn't even do it. It was the fourth guy that we were playing with.
Yep.
I didn't even know who he was.
My
We play
God.
quads.
Yeah, and now we get it pretty easily.
Yeah, now we're the pros.
Oh,
Yeah, I think the time before this I played, we won like 3 or 4 games in a row.
Yeah, we did. I remember that.
we
yeah.
did. Yep. Wow. Yeah. Also, this does feed into. We can go ahead and talk about the season too. The season's really cool.
Yeah.
Legitimately. There's a sword, a samurai sword. It's not as powerful as the shockwave hammer. Thank goodness.
God.
I can't remember any of the characters now. Who the fuck is in the?
I have
battle pass?
10,000 V-Bucks.
Because Tanner does not know how to cancel his Fortnite crew.
I'm not allowed.
Also,
He's not
new
allowed.
Fortnite crew skin, pretty cool. He is an NPC part of the new season, and they immediately put him in as a skin. Super sick. Triarch Nox or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Aaron Yeager. I'm really hoping one of the other skin is Attack Titan. That would be a given. Of course, his axe or his pickaxe is terrible.
It's just a fist, frozen fist.
The gear that oh man, I've never watched Attack on Titan, but the gear or whatever they use will be in game too. Yeah, it's a really
EDM
cool.
gear or whatever, ODM, can't remember.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, really cool looking season.
Really cool season. You
Can't
want to talk about Overwatch comp?
No, it was Tanner on Pizza Tower. What was that?
Oh yeah, Tanner Pizza Tower.
I do want to talk about Pizza Tower.
What the fuck is Pizza Tower?
So Pizza Tower, if you don't know, came out at the beginning of the year, January. By a little indie developer called Tour de Pizza. It follows a pizza chef, Peppino Spaghetti, who scales a tower to prevent the destruction of his pizzeria.
Okay.
Sounds pretty easy, right? Let me tell you, this game makes me more fucking tense than maybe anything I've ever played.
Oh, okay.
So essentially what you do, the gameplay is pretty much a 1-for-1 copy of Wario Land 4, which if you don't know, like as far as like gameplay and level design is like side scrolling, similar to Sonic, I guess would be easier to visualize it as. But you play through the level, get to the end of the level, and then oh no, you have to escape the level. Now you have 2.5 minutes to get out of the level,
Oh.
which seems like a lot of time, but let me tell you, it's not. Because one of these levels took me 9 fucking minutes to get to the end to, and then I had to get out of the level in 2.5 minutes, and I did a shit in reverse. I threw up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But the music is fucking incredible. I love the art. The art reminds me of like an old like Nicktoon that would be shown on All That in like the
see that.
90s. Is incredible. The level design so I haven't played a ton. Or I've played a good amount of it, but I've only played 4 levels. I think there's 20. Each level is kind of based off of like a whole different property. Like I played one level called Pizzascape, which is definitely supposed to be like medieval-esque. Like you get a knight's armor in the level, and it makes you heavy and shit. And it's fucking good. But let me tell you, there's some scary shit in this game. Some of it is scary. Like you're in the last 30 seconds and the music is going fucking ham. It's scary. It's actively scary. I don't know what's scary about it, but it's unsettling. Even the menu to me is a little unsettling. I feel bad for Peppino Spaghetti. But that being said, everybody needs to play Pizza Tower. It's $20. It's on Steam. You need to go buy it. Support indie devs. It's good shit. Play it for nothing else. Like the music is good. The art style is amazing, and it will make you tense. Like if you want a game to just make you sweat a little bit, play Pizza Tower.
Hell yeah! I've seen some gameplay of it, and it looks fun.
Yeah, it
I am
stresses me out a
interested.
ton though. I definitely think the way to play it is with a controller on your PC.
Oh yeah.
I tried with mouse and keyboard, and it's next to impossible for me.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fun.
No,
Why don't you go ahead and play it with VR?
I've been I would throw up. I've been playing with my PlayStation 5 controller, and that seems to do the job pretty well.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude! Big hell yeah! Beat the tower.
Fuck yeah. Now,
Pizza,
Overwatch comp, we're going to get into it real quick. We've talked a lot already about it a little. It's fucking hell. Overwatch comp is hell.
It's
It's like I've suffered more than Vietnam soldiers.
Wow.
It's real bad. I've been called every racial slur under the sun, and I don't even say anything.
Yeah.
Not really. It's really bad though.
Colt
It's
does say
very
stuff.
tough.
I mean, the thing is though, Colt won't really say anything bad. He'll just say something like, "It's like, hey, why don't you be a little nicer?" And then immediately, everybody just gets pissed off, and it's just like, man, okay.
Yeah,
really
like
wish,
chill. Just take a break.
I really wish I can play with y'all, because y'all always tell me stories about all the horny people you'll play Overwatch 2 with.
Oh
role
yeah, it's also
playing in
horny.
the chat as like Torbjorn. And I just really wish I could play during that time, because it's pretty tame when all three of us are playing together. And maybe that's because we only have two other teammates. But it's fairly tame. I don't think I've ever seen anything too egregious playing outside of like, oh, Zen sucks. This Junkrat sucks. So somebody sucks. Like, I've never seen anything too insane. But I really want to see like the Torbjorn roleplay in the chat.
Yeah, you missing out, man.
Yeah, I mean, even then, it's because like it never seems to fail. Me and Cole, people will just say outrageous things, whether it be make just no evidence of very terrible like observations, or just a bunch of horny dudes. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so frustrating being a healer in this game because people don't really appreciate what you're doing. It's very frustrating. They'll be like, healers suck. Where are the healers? Huh? Where are my healers? And we're just getting our heads smashed in the back lines.
And we're also
every
doing
single
like
time.
10,000 healing. So
Kind of like being a parent.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess.
I mean, we do have to babysit. Like,
Oh yeah, we have to babysit all the time.
because Jesus Christ, like today, before we got on recording, I played a game where every time the Reinhardt's health just went down a little bit, he would spam the healing button, like asking for healing. I'm not joking. Like, and the thing is too is like, our other healer, Anna, like, I don't want to say she wasn't, because our healing, I was doing more, but like she wasn't bad or anything. But like, I just don't understand like what's the point of spamming that button, because you're gonna get healed, Like, we have eyes. Sometimes there are healers that just suck. That's true, but for the most part, I mean, we can see, like.
Yeah, like also we're walking back from dying. So give us
Yeah,
a
and also
fucking second and
also
run
too,
towards us. Come to us.
yeah, like, don't run away. And then also too, it's like, it's one thing to be like, okay, we're in the heat of a battle, don't just not aware that somebody else is dying, okay? But this guy, he was spamming it, like, I mean, literally every second he got damage, he spammed it. He's like, I need healing, like, every time.
All
Like,
you gotta
that's
do
it.
is press it once and I'll hit you.
Yeah, but he would spam it. I'm just like, okay. And then the thing is like, he never said anything mean either. That's it. He would just spam it. I don't understand these people's. Anyway, oh yeah, current rank, by the way, before the season ends, will more than likely.
Oh my god.
Oh god. We just got a notification. Somebody is asking for healing in chat.
Tanner
Who's
just
that?
sent a message. I need healing.
Yeah. Anyway,
I actually just said need a healing.
Currently,
Maybe that's why they get mad at you, because you obviously can't read.
Oh my god.
God. Anyway, beginning of the season, I was at Platinum 3. I've been bumped down quite a bit to Gold 2. That's for support. Attack is like Silver 3 or something. I'm Silver in like Mystery Heroes as well. and open queue, I believe. So that's that. I probably will be gold at the very end of the season.
I'm a gold 3 in fucking Mystery Heroes. I'm gold 4 in open queue, and in queue fucking roll queue, I am currently silver 1, but my highest was gold 4, but my lowest was bronze 1. So it's hell. It's like clamping your nuts with a gun. I don't know, shooting your nuts off. I don't know. It's
It's like
frustrating.
clamping your nuts and expecting to get sugar, but you get salt.
I
hurts.
only play attack when I play, and granted, I pretty much took a Overwatch comp break this season, and but last
is a good idea.
season I made it up to silver 4, and I think the ranking it placed me in for season 3 was starting at like bronze 2. So
Just
yeah,
not
but
terrible.
no, but
Not
season
bad.
4 I definitely plan on playing a bunch more. I got the itch again. I really want to play as Life Weaver, probably not in a competitive setting.
I mean, you won't be able to play competitive Life Weaver for a little bit, so
Yeah, probably for half the season.
Oh yeah, I forget that their new heroes don't automatically go to competitive.
yep.
Which is good because
Yeah, no, that's good.
he needs to be
especially-
buffed.
Yeah, especially with what I've seen and what y'all talked about with his healing. Definitely needs to be a little buffed up. But yeah, I really want to play as Life Weaver, so I want to get in maybe some not mystery heroes, but like just random shit.
Open queue
Yeah,
or
open
not
queue.
open queue, unranked.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
whatever. But I do want to get like back into competitive this season. Maybe I try to hit gold.
Hell yeah, you just gotta play a lot with us.
Yeah.
I'm a decent junk.
Yeah, you do some good damage numbers.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Am I Overwatch 2 Pro?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. All right, next question.
That the last thing we're gonna close out on is like stuff we've been playing, which is mostly gonna be me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say, because I've
I'm only
been
playing Roblox.
busy. I've been playing video games. I'm just gonna go with stuff over the last month. I've played and beat Trails to Azure. Very big fan. And now playing through fucking Trails of Cold Steel 3. And I'm currently, my main game right now is Atelier Ryza 2, Lost Legends of the Secret Fairy, so I can jump on Atelier Ryza 3 that just came out. Also playing some Jedi Fallen Order, because I want to be able to play Survivor whenever that comes out. And also played some Remnant from the Ashes, which is an old like Souls-like shooter with guns.
Oh, yeah.
Because the second game's coming out sometime in the next year or two, and it looks really fun, and I like what I've played so far of that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing. A fucking Resident Evil 4 as well.
Yeah.
Jump into that more, and Overwatch 2, of course. Also, Wolog Fallen Dynasty game fucking kicks ass. It smacks.
I still
love it.
I got to get to Wolong soon. That's at
Yeah,
the
I
top of my
know.
list.
I know how you feel. I got to do the same thing. I got a lot to play. I probably won't be able to really play anything before I leave. So
You can play with your balls.
yeah, it's true.
Damn.
You got any games you've been playing, Tanner?
Well, I've been playing Pizza Tower. I'm trying to think. I hopped on Fortnite and Overwatch with y'all last week, so I played a little bit of that. I'm trying to think if there's anything. And I played the Diablo 4 beta. I guess that's about it. Which for like a 2-week span is kind of a lot for me. But yeah, definitely in the near future, plan on hopping back on the Overwatch 2 grind. Like I said, I want to get to Wolong, and hopefully, the time you're listening to this, I've already played and beat Vanquish on stream.
Hell yeah. I'm
Fuck
very
yeah.
excited for that. I need to play Vanquish as well.
Yeah.
I own it. I played like the first hour or two of it, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's a classic third-person shooter.
and it's only fucking like 6 hours.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll play and beat that on stream. And if you're listening to this on the day of release, if plans go accordingly, I should be starting Hi-Fi Rush on stream, as that's going to be the game Colt and I do for our April little game episode.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
We're going to be playing Hi-Fi Rush. I know it's a newer game, but it's also a game that I would be comfortable doing without Wenzel here, because there's so many other games that I'd rather play with Wenzel here that I was like, fuck, I want this game's short and it's really good, but I'd rather have Wenzel here because I know he likes it, or it's something I know he'd like.
Yep. So
Sad.
we'll be doing Hi-Fi Rush. So I'm excited to play and stream that. Like I said, if you're listening day of release. If you're listening day of release, there's a picture with the schedule for the week on the Twitch up. But yeah, I'm gonna play the whole game on stream, and then Colt and I are gonna knock out a little potty on it.
Yes,
for
we
the end of the
are.
month. So
Yeah, I'm
that should
very
be a fun time.
excited. Very excited for that. See what these two bozos do.
Oh, and the whole time that Wenzel's gone, I'm going to act like he's dead, and I'll have a station set up in my house, a shrine, where it's just a picture of Wenzel, and I'll put like Dr. Pepper on it.
Ooh.
And
Don't know how that's any different than your room now, but
I don't have Dr. Pepper in here. I don't drink soda as much as I used to.
Also, too, Colt doesn't have a shrine to me.
Yeah, I don't have a shrine to Wenzel.
That didn't seem sure.
I'm not
You know what?
sure.
I think everybody needs a shrine of me in their house.
I don't know.
Just glad you've never checked inside the closet.
Oh,
Are
God.
we ready for plugs?
Yeah, plug it.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you everybody for listening to Backlog BoyZ episode 3.75. As always, you can follow us on Twitter at Backlog BoyZ with a Z pod. That's POD. Follow the main network Twitter at AYCH podcast. I'm trying to think. Week of released. We just on Monday released our State of the Podcast episode 301. Go listen to that. Got some fun little updates for you in there. But if you want to go back into the backlog, hey, listen to episode 300, where we played Family Feud. It was Team Backlog BoyZ, me, Colt, and Wenzel, versus Team Cajun Greatness, consisting of Justin, Jeremy, and Emilio. So go check that out.
I don't want to spoil anything, but we kind of kick their ass.
Let's just say it's a clean sweep.
Yeah, don't want to spoil anything, but yeah. Let's see what else. I ranked 111 foods from Disney World. Go check that out. That's still a hoot. For AYCH Extra, Muscle Orchestra 2 dropped fairly recently, so go check that out. Chris and I talk about some wrestling, obviously. Muscle Orchestra 3 should be coming to you fairly soon. Before episode 4 of this is out, Muscle Orchestra 3 should be out. Instruction Booklet episode 0 just released on Friday, Good Friday, April the 7th. Go check that out. That's Jeremy and his PhD friend Michael going over some fun video game Easter eggy stuff. So go listen to that.
They're not walking on our turf, because if they were, we would say
totally
get
a
out.
Different avenue than us. So go.
We'd bark.
Yeah, that's true.
And bite.
But go
Maybe
check
dig a
that
hole.
out. God, what else? Our right after review of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Go listen to that. Shit, I guess that's it. We've put out a lot of good shit in the last couple of weeks. Go listen to all of it. Go listen to the Backlog BoyZ backlog. We got The Last of Us. You got Last of Us Part 2. You got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I got a ton of banter. Again, our Fantasy League draft episode. Go listen to that. Go listen to we did our Game of the Year 2022 last time. Go listen to that. And I guess to finish it all up, you can follow me on Twitter at Tanner1495.
My name's Colt. Follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Only you can sign this petition to put twerking into Fortnite and in Overwatch 2. So please sign this petition.
I'm Wenzel. Thank you for listening. You follow me on Twitter at WenzelWilkie, and follow my art Instagram at World of Wenzel. You can also follow my other Instagram, Wenzel Banters, where I talk about books, movies, and music. So far it's just books right now, but I'm slowly starting to roll out some other stuff. Go check that out. I at the time of this release, this is a week literally right before next week I leave for the Philippines. So there'll be a gap where I'm not on several episodes, but there will be some episodes where I'm on. And yeah, so my store, worldofwenzel.bigcartel.com, will be closed. Commissions will be closed. So and by the time you hear this, you can't you can't go and check him out or send in a last minute thing. Like, it's not possible. It won't happen. But yeah. Also have a Linktree. You can go there for the links for everything. Check that out. My Letterboxd, Goodreads, and Ko-fi, and just my Twitter and Instagram, of course. And yeah. Thank you.
I'm trying to think, Wenzel. I think you won't be on an episode of Backlog Boys until June. Because you'll miss the Hi-Fi Rush episode. You'll miss the May banter episode, and I would think you would miss whatever game we do in May as well.
Yeah, I just wouldn't have time, but that's okay.
No, it's not.
Yep,
Okay.
but again, if you're just missing Wenzel's sultry voice, you can always go back and listen to the backlog of the Backlog Boys. And as far as AYCH stuff, he'll be, depending on our recording schedule, it'll be like he's there one week and not there the next week. He's flying in just to do episodes of AYCH.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that it? Is that a podcast?
That's it. That's a podcast.
That's a pod.
Toodles, everybody.
Goodbye. Oh, I let my accent drop. My bad. End it, Tanner. End it.